surrounding myself with people who I love and appreciate and just remaining driven with them, like, really helped. It's really beautiful and it's exciting and it just gets me very fired up. I guess for me, it gets me really excited to like go out and like do something different, so then I have the capacity to go like balls to the wall over there. It helps fuel the future.
Rockstar energy.
This North Face partnership started in 2017. I had just decided to make the first Uninvited film, which was an all-girls snowboard film that was kind of born out of my frustration of my experiences in the industry. I didn't want the girls to feel that same stuff, so I was like, hey, I'm just gonna make a movie and I'm gonna pay for it myself. I just wanted to get the girls riding out there into the world. Once the North Face crew saw it, they completely unprompted sent me a huge box of Uninvited shirts that they had printed out that we were able to sell on our tour to pay for gas money and keep us going. We made 2 more films after that, featuring over 30 girls each. North Face was the main sponsor of both of those films, and throughout those 3 films, like over a dozen girls were able to launch professional snowboard careers. It just shows that if you give someone an opportunity to show what they can take it further than anyone could imagine. So after making 3 films, I felt like the industry had shifted a bit. I wanted to find a reason to give away a huge amount of money to the girls because I felt like they were getting opportunities, but they weren't getting resources. That's kind of how the idea of the event was born. North Face was the brand that really kicked in enough money to make me feel confident that I'd be able to pull it off. And yeah, ever since then, they've been the biggest financial backers of every single Uninvited initiative that I've done. I wouldn't have been able to take it to this level without them. I know that they support what I'm doing, but I also feel like they support me and the girls for really authentic reasons. They're here packing gift bags for the riders, they're putting up fencing and branding, they're on hill before anyone else, and they really put in more hours than any other volunteers. And I've never asked them to do this, they just do it. I think because they know I wouldn't be able to pull it off without them, not just financially, but also boots on the ground, rolling up their sleeves. This goes way beyond a corporate partnership, and for that, I'm so grateful.
Everyone is stoked to be here for the Uninvited Invitational.
Okay, welcome. It's the 2025 Uninvited Invitational Finals. We're here at Woodward Park City, Utah. I'm Dara Reed. I'm here with Spencer Schubert, Salt Lake City local, North Face athlete, and street snowboarding expert. Spencer, how are you?
I'm great, Dara. Thank you for those kind words. I'm happy to be here, and we have an awesome rollout today. What are we looking at for the event today?
So we have a big day ahead. There's going to be 2 heats, 45 minutes, finals. We've had 2 qualifying days. 75 riders from all over the world came. The judges had the hard job of narrowing it down to 29 finalists, and we're going to watch them battle it out for a piece of the $65,000 USD prize purse.
So that's USD, right?
That is USD, Spencer. That's a lot of money that these girls are fighting for out there on this
Hello,
course.
hello, hello. All right, so that is awesome. We're here at Woodward Park City. We're in Utah, and this is kind of a snowboard hub. So it's awesome to see not only all the riders that have come out, but all of the spectators that are here and just supporting this big event.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the more special things about this event is seeing people from all over the world come together. These are friends that don't get to see each other all the time, and they're all here together riding this beautiful course built by Ben B, and they're having a good time. And what is The Uninvited? Well, The Uninvited started in 2017 by Jess Kimura. It was originally a film trilogy. I think Jess had been in professional snowboarding for a long time, had some experiences that she didn't want the next generation of girls to go through, so she made a change. Started these videos, which eventually evolved into the Uninvited Invitational, a contest series where she could provide girls with financial support.
Yeah, and really a platform to uplift their careers. You know, it's an opportunity to be seen for the first time, cameras around sponsors, and obviously the prize purse that can really help you out developing your snowboard career.
Yeah, and I mean, that's no small prize purse. There's a lot of money on the line today, and these girls are going to be riding hard, throwing down. We have sleds this year provided from Weller Recreation in Heber, Utah, so they'll be sled lapping this course. They'll be able to get a lot of reps in.
Yeah, we also have the magic carpet, and from 75 riders down to 29, it's going to open up the course. There's going to be a lot less of a line, and these riders are just going to be ripping through the course today. So I'm excited to see what we can get done in these two heats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and back to the Uninvited, we have a couple alumni from the films competing today. We have Kennedy Deck.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do we have? We had Ilva in Qualifiers. I'm not sure if she'll be in finals today, but hopefully we'll be talking to her later. Emma Crosby, Uninvited alumni. We have Nora, we have Lex, we have Madison Blackley. So yeah, a couple of big names that were in the films and are now competing in the Uninvited Invitational.
But not only that, we have 8 teenagers competing today that have made it into the finals. So we have a lot of people, it's their first time really being a part of a big contest, or first time on airplanes for some of these people. So it's really cool to see not just the OGs, but the new guard coming in to compete.
Yes, Spencer. Yeah, and North Face and the Uninvited have been working together since the very beginning. Let's take a look at that partnership.
Well, I do love the North Face there.
This North Face partnership started in 2017. I had just decided to make the first Uninvited film, which was an all-girls snowboard film that was kind of born out of my frustration of my experiences in the industry. I didn't want the girls to feel that same stuff, so I was like, hey, I'm just gonna make a movie and I'm gonna pay for it myself. I just wanted to get the girls riding out there into the world. Once the North Face crew saw it, they completely unprompted sent me a huge box of Uninvited shirts that they had printed out that we were able to sell on our tour to pay for gas money and keep us going. We made 2 more films after that, featuring over 30 girls each. North Face was the main sponsor of both of those films, and throughout those 3 films, like over a dozen girls were able to launch professional snowboard careers. It just shows that if you give someone an opportunity to show what they can do, they can take it further than anyone could imagine. So after making 3 films, I felt like the industry had shifted a bit. I wanted to find a reason to give away a huge amount of money to the girls because I felt like they were getting opportunities, but they weren't getting resources. That's kind of how the idea of the event was born. North Face was the brand that really kicked in enough money to make me feel confident that I'd be able to pull it off. And yeah, ever since then, they've been the biggest financial backers of every single Uninvited initiative that I've done. I wouldn't have been able to take it to this level without them. I know that they support what I'm doing, but I also feel like they support me and the girls for really authentic reasons. They're here packing gift bags for the riders, they're putting up fencing and branding, they're on hill before anyone else, and they really put in more hours than any other volunteers. And I've never asked them to do this, they just do it. I think because they know I wouldn't be able to pull it off without them, not just financially, but also boots on the ground, rolling up their sleeves. This goes way beyond a corporate partnership, and for that, I'm so grateful.
All right, so thank you so much to the North Face for supporting Jess Kimura's dreams, which were to support the girls' dreams.
Absolutely. And what are who are the girls that we're looking at today?
So yeah, we have 29 riders in finals, and that was narrowed down from 75 people who came from all over the world for this contest. And here's a list of our finalists.
Yeah, so we got a few in there, and I wanted to talk about a couple. Like I said before, there's 8 teenagers in this competition, which is awesome. A few have flown overseas, and a couple is their first time on an airplane, which is just unreal coming to this event. We can see some big names, you know, Jill Perkins, Kennedy Deck, Lex, part of the Uninvited, and we see some new names like Tomoyo and a few others that are coming from Japan and from Europe and from all over. Okay, so we got Kennedy Deck, Mila Stalker, Emma Crosby, Debbie from Oregon, shout outs. So this footage is the last couple days from qualifying. This is just showing some of the tricks that put down that got them into the finals today.
Yeah, and you can see they've really been throwing down hard. They've been going at it for 2 days. This is their 3rd day riding this course.
Yeah, they could be a little bit tired from those days, but also warmed up and ready for some of the big tricks that are going to be going down today for the cash purse.
I mean, they're athletes. I think they're probably full of energy. A lot of them are very young, and you know what? They might be fueled by Rockstar.
That's right.
They're probably doing all right energy-wise.
You know, this is just such an awesome course, too, to be able to throw down on. I want to shout out Ben for putting this all together. Rake always in hand, making it the best that it can be for these riders.
I don't think Ben slept or ate food in the last 30 days. He's been working so hard.
Yeah, I did see him when I was riding up here at Park City, and I almost went over to say hi, but then I realized I'd probably have to work, so I just avoided that completely.
Yeah, do not distract Ben when he's at work.
And who's not going to be distracted today is these riders. That is the list of the finalists, and they are going to be throwing down come the first heat here in a few minutes.
Yeah, wow, there was so much going on. I didn't catch everything that I just saw in those videos. I'm blown away already just by that recap.
And who else is going to be blown away is our judges. We got some big names up in here. Katie Cook, Olympic judge, and then Louis Paradis, you know, one of the most iconic street snowboarders, Melissa Rotano. If you want to hop in there too and talk about some of these people.
Yeah, we have Rupe Rotianen and Mikey LeBlanc.
Mikey LeBlanc, yeah, he's been watching snowboarding for over 100 years now.
Mikey's your dad, is that correct?
He's old enough to be, but we do have a father-son relationship. I feel like I might be the father in it, but more about the riders today than the judges. I think that they're up there at the start gate. We got a little wind today. I don't think that's going to be affecting the riders.
I don't think it's going to slow them down at all. We got Azia up there. Looks like she's getting ready, putting something in her headphones. So we have 2 sessions today, 45-minute sessions, 29 riders. Sessions are going to be jammed, so that means that the riders can get as many hits as they want. It's sled lap, so it's just as much as they want energy-wise.
Yeah, and there's not a drop, start, an order, or anything like that like you've seen in some competitions. It's just who is up there and when they want to go. And how we're going to be looking to be judged today is it's an overall impression. But they're going to be looking at a few things from, you know, tricks, executions. They want variety on the course. And anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, talking to the judges yesterday, and we have some really qualified judges. They're no strangers to street snowboarding. They're going to be looking for well-executed tricks as well as variety, riding the whole course, a variety of tricks. A lot of the times riders can get stuck trying one thing, or maybe they have a favorite feature. The judges really want to see them spreading the riding all over the course today. Spread
it all out. Well, and there's not just the top 5. There is best style. There is best trick. There's a wall ride judge. So really, it's kind of up to you what you want to do. You could get stuck trying that one trick. If you think that's going to be the best trick and that's what you want to go for, there are no rules to this. So it's however the riders want to go about it.
All right, we're going to take a look at the 2024 winners, last year's winners. So Jess killed it last year. She's back this year to see if she can get a piece of the 60K USD.
And Jess was a wild card last year, earning herself on the podium, so that's pretty cool to see.
Kind of a perfect example of what Jess Camara has created these events for. Here's Iris Pham, second place last year. Unfortunately, Iris is out with an injury this year, but we will be talking to her later.
Yeah, Iris has been absolutely killing it. So sad to not see her competing today, but we've been seeing a lot of her Rider of the Year for Torment, X Games win, so much good stuff coming out of Iris. Also, North Face Team Rider, shout out.
Okay, and then last year's first place, Telma Sharkapaju. Telma kind of came out of nowhere in the last couple of years, and her riding is fierce. Again, unfortunately, out with an injury this year, so she won't be back to defend her title. We wish her a speedy recovery, and that's just part of the game, you know, pay to play. Injuries happen. She'll be back stronger than ever.
Absolutely. Been watching Telma's career ever since then. It's so awesome what this platform of the Uninvited does. But here's a look at some more of the results. It's not just about that first place. Like we were saying earlier, there's a lot of awards that come out of this. Best Trick, Most Creative, the Hard Award, Best Bail, One to Watch, Best Air. There's a bunch of stuff that they're going to be awarding out there today. So it's really awesome to see. It's not just grinding for that first place position. It's just highlighting how these riders ride and what best suits them.
Yeah, and I think one of Jess Camara's sort of mission statements is to get cash in hands to the girls. And that's what she's doing with all of these prize categories.
Yeah, we can't shout out Jess enough. Oh, these are some of our other announcers. They're announcing for the crowd out there. We got Chris Grenier,
Kelsey Boyer,
Save a Brain Foundation, and the Bomb Hole. So we're going to be competing with them today about who can be announcing the best. All right, so we're taking a look at some of the course. Oh, and there's ourselves. Hey, Dara.
Hey Spencer, are you so excited to watch this go down today?
I am excited. I'm excited that we're here in the shade, but we're going to have an awesome view of what's going down on the course.
Are there any favorites for you? Anyone you're most excited to watch?
I have to say I am a little biased. I'm really stoked to see Kennedy and Jill. Just went on a trip with them like a couple weeks ago, so I want to see from the streets to this contest if we can get some of those save moves going down.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of the younger girls. I think Veda's going to really kill it. I think Jada was looking strong the last few days. All the Japanese girls were looking so stylish. And
yeah, and so when we come back, we're going to be seeing some riding, and you better get excited. I know I am.
Can't wait.
Why do you like making movies?
Why do I like making snowboard movies? I like the goal-oriented. Like I have like a list of tricks on my phone, and it's just something to keep me motivated. You know, each year, you keep knocking them off, knocking them off. So you just are waiting. And then when that moment arises, you really got to capitalize.
I'm ready, guys. Booyah!
My name is Maddie Montgomery, and I'm the Train Parks lead here at Woodward Park City. The Uninvited is special to me because it brings all the really good women riders together and creates a community for us. As the only woman on the Train Park crew, I try my best to keep all the dudes in line. Sometimes it can be hard, but I think I do a pretty good job at it. I like being a part of this event because it elevates women's snowboarding and it feels really cool to be directly involved. The Uninvited Invitational is happening here at Woodward Park City this weekend. Pull up.
All right, well, we're getting ready for session 1 of the finals here at Uninvited Invitational 2025. Well, let's talk about the wild cards, Spencer.
Yes.
We had about 50 wild card submissions and 10 were chosen for the event. I believe 6 made it through to finals.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. Coming all the way from the wild card to being here at the contest now. We have Asia coming all the way from Russia. I think it was a 60-hour travel day to be here. But we have some other ones, Bella Warren, we have Hanano, we have Katya May Morelli, Marie Coleman, and then the 2 Japanese, Shizuku Hanada and Tomio Oishi, that are all the wildcards.
Pretty amazing to, you know, submit a video, hope that you get selected, and then make it into the Uninvited Invitational. And not only that, but make it all the way to finals. Get through those 2 days of qualifiers, and here you are.
Yeah, that is really cool. It's like the original way when you thought about getting getting sponsored back in the day. Submit a video and see what happens. So for Jess to be really uplifting the riders and allowing them that opportunity is so cool. And then allowing them to compete against the big names.
You're so right about it being like the original way of getting sponsored, and a lot of the people in this contest are actually too young to even know what that original way was like.
Yeah, you'd film a video, you'd send it on a horse and buggy. A mail, it would take half a year to get across the country, and then someone would look at it. So now we're just seeing online submitted videos from around the world, from Russia to Europe to Japan, all making it so that they can ride here at the Uninvited today.
Yeah, a lot of these people have traveled a long way to get here. Like you were saying, Asya from Russia traveled about 60 hours to get to Park City.
Get to Park City today, and it is nice weather out, but it's a bit windy today. You know, we've had slushing conditions all week. It isn't quite that warm today, so I'm excited to see how the course is going to be holding up.
Yeah, it was very hot during qualifiers. I don't know what it was in American Fahrenheit language, but it was about 25 degrees Celsius the last few days in qualifiers. These people have been sweating out there.
25 would be cold for me. I think 70 degrees yesterday, a little bit colder today, but maybe that course will hold up, be pretty speedy, and allow them for more laps.
Yeah, I think with colder temps, it'll allow for more speed, just like you said.
And we want to see some gaps. We want to see some big air. We just want to see what they have to offer us today.
I think they're going to be throwing down. We're almost there. It's almost about to start. Session 1.
Okay, so they're gonna do a fun little show to start it off, and then we're gonna be riding. I don't know who's dropping first, but I'm excited to see. Are they gonna be warming it up, or are they just gonna be gunning out the gates, Sarah?
I got a feeling they're gonna get right into it. They did have a little warm up, about 45 minutes to warm up, get ready. There's Ben B in the corner there. It looks like he's still raking.
Rake in hand. Yeah.
You'll have to pull that rake out of Ben's hands. He will not let go of that thing.
I heard he sleeps with it. Is that true?
I think so. You know, fun fact about Ben, he's actually been sleeping in his truck camper on the Woodward property. He lives here now.
That's good. I wonder what rent is.
Cheaper than Whistler, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's good.
Much.
Uh-huh. Well, you could afford a Whistler house with the $60,000 USD price pack today.
Yeah, not even close, but it would help. It would help a lot.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Well, big shout outs again to the park crew for making this happen. They've been spending a lot of hours to make this course the best it can be.
Yeah, we really appreciate Woodward Park City and Ben Billock. You know,
wow, our hero.
Our hero. That's Jess Kimura.
We cannot shout out Jess enough for what she's done. Everything in snowboarding, and now at this event and for these riders. I wonder what she has to say.
She's holding something in her hand.
I wonder if that's a tube of $60,000.
dollar bill tube.
Yeah, that could be cool.
I hear an air horn. We're getting the thumbs up. This is so exciting. I'm nervous. I wonder how the girls are feeling up there.
This kind of reminds me of the Olympics. This is the opening ceremony, and they're about to light the flame, I believe.
This is basically the Super Bowl of snowboarding.
Wow,
all right,
confetti.
it's on Uninvited Invitational 2025 Finals.
Across a couple states with the wind that we have today. Who do we have for the first drop?
Who is doing the honor of dropping first?
I wouldn't want to.
This is Azia.
Oh, wow.
This is our wildcard People's Choice
Nice
winner.
gap front lip. Okay, going straight back up to get another hit.
Yeah, and it is on. This is Bella.
Bella,
Nice.
front blunt 270 on the hubba, getting straight into things. I like it. Coming up and hitting the wall ride for a full pull. Okay, we got another dropper. Wow,
That's Jess Perlmutter.
Jess with third place last year. Backflip pretzel, first go. Starting it off strong.
Jess is kind of a phenomenon right now in snowboarding, and she was just competing at the Bomb Hole Cup last week and did a double backflip.
Kennedy. There we go. Ooh, nice full pull from Kennedy. Kennedy with that style and also that North Face. Check it out.
Kennedy deck, some of my favorite styles in snowboarding.
Canadian, right?
Canadian. Represent.
You love to see the hype. Switch front board. Lex
They're
is
excited
known
about that.
to be doing a lot of switch tricks. So you got to watch where that bib is to know if it's regular or goofy. Nora going, pushing heels on that first feature. These riders are not holding back at all. Ooh, nice little front blunt there.
This is Laura Rogowski, another uninvited alumni. Looks like she was going for, oh, that was a switchback.
Yeah, you got to check where the bib is. If the bib is going to be on the front foot for the riders at home.
That's actually a trick that some of the judges were specifically talking about during qualifiers. They were really impressed by that one. So I think she's going to want to maybe get it cleaner, but.
Nice, Jill, got backflip.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little melon in there. Like we were saying yesterday, I appreciate a melon on the board, but not so much in a bowl of fruit. When they put those out, melon's kind of boring.
I don't know what you're talking about, Spencer. I love cantaloupe. I love watermelon. Very refreshing.
I prefer strawberries myself.
Also a good fruit. This is Hamari.
Wow, steezy front board through, what are we going to call that? The waterfall, the clackety-clack, Clackamas County?
I like calling it the clack, 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 but that might be my Canadian accent.
The clack Canuck? So we have some awesome riding. That's a front board pretzel. They call it a pretzel because you're all twisted up when you land.
I did not know that.
Oh, really?
I did not know that. Is that why they call it a pretzel?
Yeah, it's because you got to put a little bit more mustard on it to get through it. Yeah. Okay, Veda going through the kink. A little bit trickier than just hitting the down, but that was well executed. The judges are going to like it.
Okay, and yeah, this is Bella back up already. So, oh, front board pretzel. She might want to get a little more over on that ledge, but they're giving up their fast. A little more mustard on her pretzel. The judges are going to be looking for execution today, so they want these riders to get all the way to the end of the features and look clean while doing it.
Absolutely. All right, who do we got dropping? Yuri, oh, back, oh, wow. You love to see people going backwards through the clack, clack, clack.
This is all happening very fast.
It is. I feel for the judges.
I do not envy the judges. Nice switch.
So, Annika,
regular front lip, gap front lip.
Annika's competed in the Olympics, so no stranger to the contest. Curious to see how that's going to play out today versus just some of the riders that film video parts.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the Olympics, it's a very different format than the Uninvited Invitational. This is a jam format. Olympics is more of a, you get your set run. So the nice thing about the jam is that they get as many hits as they want, really. If they hustle, they can hit these features.
Yeah, I just saw Lex with their second drop, so they are hustling.
How many USDs do you think you win at the Olympics?
I really like that pretzel. At the Olympics, hard to say.
Well, here at the Uninvited Invitational, it's a $60,000
$60,000
prize purse. That was clean.
Olivia, really good in the air as well as the rails. Oh, going for that wall ride. Just a well-rounded rider. Pleasure of riding with her at Mount Hood last year.
This is Gwynny.
Oh, going in. Here we go. Matching the wall ride. Oh! Slipped off the top, but I think we're going to be okay. 21-year-old rider. So
I just really like that she coordinated her shirt with the feature, and I think that if it were me judging, and I'm not, I would give her bonus points for that.
absolutely. And Beetlejuice didn't come out that long ago, so still pretty current with the stripes.
One of my favorite movies, the original. The new one was okay.
Okay. Front board to the clackety-clack. All right, what do we got? Through the kink. With the hoping for the 270 out. I bet we'll see another one.
That was Madison Blackley, uninvited alumni. She's been in the movies. She also competed at Natural Selection this year, actually got 4th place.
Coming from backcountry all the way to the rail setup.
Wow.
Nora, yep, cooking up the 270s. I think we're going to see a few more from her today.
I think we are. We saw a nice back 270 from her yesterday.
And she actually won best trick last year with, oh, I'm stand corrected. That was not her. That's my bad. But it was a back 270 for best trick last year. So it can go to anyone.
Yeah, that was Annika with the back 270 last year. But I do believe Nora might have gotten best trick back 270 the year before. So you might not be wrong. Who knows? There's a lot of 270s going on.
Backtail 270.
And things are happening fast. We're getting confused, but we're having fun.
Yep, you love to see a 270 out of the kink once you go through it like that. Kink rail is going to be a much more difficult feature than just the gap. Oh, wow, but not that gap. But not that gap from Jill, going from the top shelf up there.
Okay, that's Jill Perkins. A lot of people's favorite street snowboarder, I'd say.
I'd say one of mine, Jill Perkins, hailing from Moore Park, California. Jill is known for the street riding, but this year she wanted more park riding, so that's why she's here at the Uninvited.
Wow. Yeah, and I think something really cool about this event is I think a lot of the younger girls here really look up to Jill and some of the other riders like Kennedy, Madison, some of the more OGs, and now they're all riding this course together.
And they might even be looking down on them from the podium.
Anything could happen.
Devi just put out a video midwinter fruit fly. Kennedy was also in that one. Great watch if you haven't seen it so far. Street video that came out in January. Wow. Emma going for the big gap. Lots of pop from the Midwest. They call it pop. We actually call it soda here in Utah.
I call it pop in Canada.
Oh, okay.
But I prefer a rock star.
Little switch up. Okay. Yep. I like that some of the riders are opting for the wall ride and some are just there saying, hey, I want to get back up there and get another shot. Gap back lip. We got Bella. Okay, here we go. With the hat off.
It's looking windy up there, but again, not slowing them down. Here's Azia from Russia.
60-hour travel day, back one.
That was one of the tricks that was actually in her wildcard submission video that really impressed me the most. She did a back one onto a kink ledge in the streets.
Okay, we got Kennedy. Where are we going? Kennedy getting through the kink rail. And I really like that on the wall ride.
So stylish, Kennedy. Canadian.
Okay, we got Gwenny dropping.
Oh,
we got a cut. Annika is testing out the speed, kind of taking that Olympic approach as fast as you can go. It is just chaos up there. There are so many girls, and they are just pumped to get going.
Okay, Laura Rogowski, another
cleaning up that switchback nose press. Switch to switch, a full switch run out of Laura. Laura did win the most creative last year, so excited to see where we're going to see some different lines coming into play.
That was a nice gap board slide. And Sophie.
Okay, now we got Gwenny with our Beetlejuice fit. Wow. Board slide 270, and coming up to the signature feature with a nice nollie pop out. Jalen Hansen, Midwest native, known for the toe ropes. They can get a lot of hit on those things and bred some really good rail riders.
Yeah, Jalen's only 19 years old, and she's already putting some time in at contests.
Wow, Veda with a switch lip 270, popping off the toes, switch, landing switch. Love to see it. Let's see what Lex got. Back 50, front one. You really never know with Lex if they are going to drop switch or regular.
You never know. Lex, also no stranger to the contest, has done X Games, Do Tour.
You love to see a good method. Where there's no jumps, you can still make a method happen. Going for the 270. I think we're going to see another one of those coming up. All right, Devi. No slide pretzel. Wow, off the flat bar. That is a big drop off.
That was one of the standout tricks that I saw yesterday.
And look at that style.
Did that again.
Nora. Nora with the 270. Nice. Front 270. I think a really hard 270 landing in the switch front board. Full pull.
I think the judges are going to like that 270.
I think they are. Yuri going for the flat bar. So that is not like a jump landing. You really have to be ready to take that impact on top of your feet coming off that flat bar. No slide pretzel.
That was Java Jordan.
All right, Jill's going for the big gap.
Oh.
Wow, full commit. Love to see it. You can see that's a lot of impact. Looking to check to see if the board's board's not broken. Okay.
She's strong. Jill is so strong.
Madison, half cap 5-0, some tech.
And speaking of strong, Madison, ATV, natural selection, straight to uninvited invitational. Not too many people can claim that.
Livia,
ooh,
wow, front board 270. And let's see what we got on the wall ride.
She made that look easy. And I know it's not.
I like to see those full pulls.
Nice.
Cross.
Emma's one of my favorite to watch.
Another ATV.
Not to pick favorites, but yeah, another ATV.
I'm gonna give me a ride up here today, so yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for her.
That's so nice of her. You better root for her or she won't keep you at home. No, she would never do that.
Nice, clean gap. And that's Bree, coming from Australia, was once a hip hop dancer, not to be confused with the break dancers from Australia. I wonder if they've ever hung out.
Wow, Jess Perlmutter.
Also known as Jess Shreds on Instagram. Keep an eye out from wild card, the third place. We'll see what today brings. Wow.
Ooh.
Backtail 270, one of my favorite tricks. Fully blind and pushing heels through that down rail.
So we're kind of just getting started, but they're wasting no time out there. Mila Stalker.
Mila Stalker did that big gap yesterday all the way from the top, so I wonder if we'll see that again today. Oh!
Wow.
Ooh. We got a slam. Bella, also known as B Unit, I hope that she is okay.
Just running up.
You know, this is the worst part about competing.
We hate to see this, but it unfortunately is part of snowboarding, the slams. Okay, so that was, I don't know how many minutes we're in. I've lost track of time, but a lot has happened already.
Yeah, and a lot of tricks. It's awesome to see what they're doing, and we got some highlights coming up from already today. First hit out of Jess, back lip pretzel, gunning for the W. And we got Veda with a clean board slide, nice pop out on there. Livia Tano, and then Madison Blackley with the switch board slide 2-7. These are just a few of the highlights. These riders have really been going all out. It is hard to keep track, and we're feeling for the judges, but it's awesome to watch.
Yeah, they are getting right into it. And, you know, slams, part of it, part of snowboarding.
You know, there is an award, too, for Best Slam.
My whole snowboard career, I think 90% slams, 10% makes. Unfortunately.
Veda switch to switch off the toes, and then that gap rail. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of the gaps today.
Okay, she's up.
We're walking, and it's awesome to hear the crowd with a big applause once a rider walks off course, knowing that they're there for you and supporting you.
Yeah, and we're going to get back into it. Session 1.
We got Kennedy with the
Nice.
clackety-clack, Clackamas County. Looking too steezy. Only qualms with that is that I cannot wear that jacket anymore because Kennedy makes it look too good.
They also make it look so easy, and I know that board slide wasn't easy on the clack, clack, clack. Did we decide to call it the clack, clack, clack?
I think we can switch it up.
Okay. Do you want to call it the waterfall? I don't know if that makes sense.
Firecracker?
It's just one of the features of the Ben Bullock masterpiece here at Uninvited Finals, Woodward Park City.
Here we go. Annika with a big front lip from the top ropes.
I like that.
Annika, no stranger to airtime, but also to the rails. Annika's also a DJ
And an Olympian.
And an Olympian. We got Gwenny dropping. 21 years old, Salt Lake City. Big
Nice.
50 front three. Oh, I just couldn't hold on to the landing.
A little over.
I think we're going to see that again.
Yeah. She's going to give that another try. These riders have been riding hard for the last 2 days, and they're they're at finals now. It's
Marie Coleman, hailing from Germany, is a rookie in this contest. Stoked to see what we have to offer.
yeah. I hear this was her first time on an airplane getting here.
No way. Wow.
Nice.
Asia with the back one, cleaning it up from last run. And stoked to see when they want to get back up there and get it just how they want it.
This is Katja from the Netherlands.
Indoor rider, so I wonder how that wind is affecting her today. You don't get that in those indoor domes over there in the Netherlands.
True, I never thought of that.
But
That would
it
be
is
an advantage.
freezing cold, so I bet the temps today are nice.
And Sophie.
Looks like they wanted a little bit more out of that, but I really liked what I saw from that outfit, looking steezy.
Jess Perlmutter.
Jess cannot be stopped.
That was clean. She stomped that.
Third place last year. I think that we could see another podium today.
Oh.
What are you going to call it this time?
Just, I like
Paula.
the clack.
I wonder, so Paula's from Spain. I wonder what you call the clackety-clack in Spanish.
I was going to try to say clack, clack, clack with a Spanish accent, but I think I'll stick to my Canadian accent.
Veda with a big old 50 back one. Veda's really been attacking all the features. We've seen a couple from the course out of her.
Veda's no stranger to the contest scene, so I think she's got a strategy, and part of that strategy is probably to hit every feature on the course, and I think that's wise of her.
Jalen Hansen, Midwest rider, public snowboards, love to see it. Nora going for the big gap.
You know, Nora was in the Uninvited films, and following those, had an amazing part in Hot Cocoa. One of my favorite snowboarders, actually.
Wow, Emma. Landing on that back foot, the right foot, same foot that she uses for the gas pedal that she drove the car up that I rode in today.
So nice.
Front blunt 270.
It was a clean front board.
Jave Jordan. One of her goals is to film a street part, and after that front board, I think that's going to be no problem.
I think so too. It's kind of one of the cool things about this contest. The course is designed to kind of replicate features that you would find in the streets. Some of these girls haven't been in the streets yet, but aspire to, and some of them are street part veterans.
Like Devi just put out Fruit Fly this year. That came out mid-January, filming and then putting it out the same winter's awesome, kind of that real snow technique.
Yeah, that's kind of an approach you don't see often.
Oh, Jill.
Ooh.
Oh no, Jill. Jill looks okay, gotta go back up for the hat.
Get the hat, Jill. I think this is part of Jill's process. You gotta take a couple slams, you gotta get a little pissed.
Yeah, that's a street style right there. Yeah. Unstrapping, walking back, and getting your hat. Jill is pretty used to landing on flat landings versus these downhill park landings, so maybe she's got to think more street. Lex going switch again. Switch 50, cab 3 out.
Wow.
Throwing it up for the crowd.
Lex is happy
I love
with that. They know what they did. That's a hard trick. That's a really hard trick.
What do we got? I think maybe 50 back one. And those landings have been salted and they are firm. You really got to be on top of your board to land off that flat bar.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Livia, I really want to see that back tail 270.
What she's setting up
one of my favorite
for.
tricks. But look at how good she looks on the wall ride.
Livia looks so good on the wall ride. She did a back disaster yesterday in qualifiers. That was one of my favorite things that happened yesterday.
Kennedy going for the front blunt 270. Kennedy with a video part of the year from Slush Mag. Coming from the movie Blitz, which I was honored to film with her last year.
That was a really good video.
Because of Kennedy.
You did okay in it.
Thank you.
Colton kind of blessed you guys too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not, it's not the writing,
yeah.
It's the editing, of course.
I know he makes people look good. And speaking of looking good.
Wow. I think that's the first front board attempt through the kink.
I want to see that go down. Going backwards through the kink rail. Ooh.
Wow, Jess.
Okay. Well, I've lost count of how many tricks Jess has done today. She's definitely handling the variety part of this judging criteria. That was Steezy, Yuri. All the Japanese riders are so steezy. I wonder if it's like something in, what is it?
I think it's got to just be the influence that they have from the steezy riders, you know, a bunch of people, Kazu, and just the way they go about it. Yeah, my friend, my good friend Kazu.
Nice, that was Mila Stalker. Veda.
Pretzel out.
That was a nice amount of mustard, I'd say. What do you think? Well seasoned.
That might even be a sweet pretzel, you know, with a little powdered sugar on top.
Ooh, that sounds better.
Catching a little bit of wind in the mic.
The wind is picking up. But we're still having fun.
Paula. And I wonder how you say flat bar in Spanish.
Oh!
Wow.
That was so sick.
Switch to switch.
Couldn't have done that better.
And that's what the judges are looking for, that execution. Nose press.
It's Tomoyo from Japan. We were talking about that style. There it is.
And there it is. Leaning forward on the flat bar. A rookie in the event, but not looking like a rookie on the board doing nose press on the flat bar.
Okay.
Front flip. It's officially a rail jam, people. We got a front flip.
Finally. What took him so long? That was Katya.
Katya, front flipping in the indoor domes is scary if you want to catch your tail on the roof, but out here in the wide open, it's good to go.
Katya's only 16 years old, and she's here in the uninvited finals, front flipping like a boss.
Annika going for the speed again. Gap, back lip.
I'm wondering if we're going to see any flips off that wall today.
I would like to see it.
Or maybe off of the North Face half dome pole jam.
Wow, that was so steezy out of Emma. Emma coming from Edina, Minnesota. Edina abbreviations is every day I need attention, which you could tell with that front board. She wants the attention from the judges.
And Spencer wrote that joke down to make sure that he got it in this live feed.
Dara, don't lie. You know I don't know how to write. I just said it before.
Well, it hit. I laughed. Again. Clean nose slide. Is that Paula?
That is Paula. Paula actually won Best Trick at DIYX, so no stranger to the contest scene.
Okay, what's Laura got?
Wow, front board fakie on the clackety clack clack clack. I really like a good front board to fakie. And we got Gwenny. Gwenny's back up.
Ooh,
Back lip.
That was really sick. She was going fast. I heard from Kelsey Boyer today that she's one of the fastest snowboarders in Utah. She's only 16 years old, and I think she just proved Kelsey's point. That was a...
Wow. Oh. Wow.
That was Himari.
With the board 270 through the kink. We saw one of those yesterday. I believe that won some cash yesterday. Hyped to see it again today in finals. I can't wait for the highlights because that's going to be in there.
Anthem.
Just the style on that board side 270 through the kink was unreal.
I can't believe how fast and how much is going on right now already. Like, I don't even know if we're halfway through the first session.
Livia, let's see what we got. The back tail. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I can't wait to see it.
You know what I like about Livia? She does a really hard trick on the rail features, and then she still manages to get really high up on the wall.
Kennedy! Kennedy, one of my favorite snowboarders, coming from Saskatchewan.
My fellow Canadian.
Saskatoon, sassy Katoon, more like with attitude.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me? I don't know if that was a bring back or not. Lewif, inventor of the back two to fakie, is in the judging booth, so I bet he likes to see that.
Clean front board. I'm getting high up on the wall.
Jill, the back flip on the clackety clack.
I like that. I don't know if
You see Jill pumping for speed to get back up there. Debbie, coming in switch?
Coming in switch. Oh!
Oh, cab 2, we're going to see that. Oh, disappointed because it was so good until the very end.
I don't know if I've seen that from Debbie before.
Well, we're going to.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
Back 1. Jess, maybe the first time not making it to the end of the rail, but that's okay with the back 1. That's a hard trick to do, completely blind.
She's got a lot of time, and she's already done a lot of tricks.
Veda, 50 front 3, stomp.
That landing? Wow, she stomped that.
Full pull from Veda. Veda's gone from coast to coast on this course.
You know, Veda was the overall champion this year at the heavy metal contest. She's been competing all over the place the last couple of years.
Mila Stalker was looking really good yesterday. Just sitting it down. Look, you know that landing is salted. It's really firm. If you're not ready to stomp, it's going to chew you up. Yuri. Oh, we got a hand plant out of Yuri.
Oh, Yuri liked that. Yuri did a bunch of stuff.
Yuri Tazikawa. Purple matching. So got front lip.
I love the claims and the excitement at the bottom. The energy. It feels so good to land something, especially in a setting like this with a bunch of spectators and a lot of money on the line.
So May's going for that big gap. That thing's getting some attention now. Back lip? Are you kidding me on the flat bar?
Wow.
Shizuku. Backflip is a risky one on that flat bar, and I like to see it.
It's a crazy trick selection for that feature, and I love it. And I think the judges will like it. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
So I do just want to mention that Hanano is only 13 years old. Yesterday did a front blunt 450 out of that flat bar.
Insane. 13 years old, front blunt 450. She traveled here all the way from Japan with her mom as a chaperone.
I would like to travel with my mom at my age anyways, just for the support, Tara.
Speaking of your mom, let's shout Debbie out.
Big shout out to Debbie.
Torment Meg's Mother of the Year award.
She gets awards, I don't. I think she's going to steal my job soon.
Let's shout my mom out too. Why
Shout
not?
out to Dara's mom. Cross, front blunt, 2-7.
Oh, that was so
wow,
nice.
so steezy.
Yeah, Emma. Contender for Style Award, I'd say.
I would say so too. Annika cleaned up the gap back lip. Annika was one to do the gap back 270 last year, so I think we're going to see a few more gap tricks. Using the speed is the advantage as a contest rider.
Katya. Oh.
Wow, that was sick.
Gap back blunt 270?
I believe so. And I think there was one yesterday that looked really good, so
that was
hyped to see
well
it today.
executed.
Azia. Front 270 on the clackety clack. Just
She did that in qualifiers. She's
it.
gonna get that today.
Okay, what do we got? Front lip 2-7, clackety clack. Okay, we got Gwenny back up at the top. 50 front 3. Taking that, you were saying she's speedy, and she was maybe going the farthest distance off
That
the
was
flat bar.
almost maybe a little too much speed for the stomp, but
Kennedy coming in switch. Right on switch 50, I like it.
that's different. Creativity
That's the
award,
creativity award.
like that.
I think they kind of dropped that first part down so as to make it easier to gap, but you can ride on if you want.
And they wanted to.
And Sophie with a back lip on the clackety clack.
I think Aunt Sophie wants to clean that up, but it's looking good. Paula, oh!
Wow.
Wow!
best trick at DIYX, and I can see why. That was too sick on the cab too.
I don't think she could have done that better.
No, I wish I could do it like that.
Me too.
Okay, you can see that load up for the 270 out, looking good. Madison coming kind of cross court. What do we got? Gap boardy. Gap front lip, hard to say.
Madison, 4th place at natural selection this year, and now she's riding in a street rail contest because why not? She's gonna want to clean up that landing a little bit, but that was sick. The judges, I don't know how they're gonna do it.
It's a 17-year-old doing a front two onto that rail right now in the contest.
What were you doing when you were 17, Spencer?
Laura going for the creative lines. I saw some yesterday, kind of combining and making lines out of just one feature, so I'm excited to see more of that. Debbie coming in switch again. Can we get the 270?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know where Debbie came off the rail and where she landed because it was just too smooth. And the arms up.
Yeah.
Debbie, Oregon native. I got to respect that. Oh, backtail 270. What do we got, Jill?
Nice gap front board. Jill's kind of known for her front boards.
Yep.
One of the best rail riders in the world. Go Perkins.
Front boarded triple kink in the streets.
Jess Perlmutter. Cab 2 and brought it back.
On the gap rail. So you got to avoid that first part of the down rail there to get the swing that back foot over and then do the 270. Yuri.
I'm freaking out. I can't believe that we're seeing 15-year-olds snowboard the way
Look
they
at that.
are.
Look at the reaction out of Yuri on that one. Just too stoked. I think the purple on purple looks really good. What do we got here out of Ada? Front board pretzel. Oh, I like it. And that edge just gets you riding straight out. Nora. Oh no. Nora's signaling that she's all right. And you love to just see that crowd that they're cheering her on after she gets up. It's all community. It's all community here at the Uninvited.
Look at this crowd. Look at everyone that came out to support these riders. And came out to see a good show, really.
Shizuku with the front one, half cab out.
Shizuku is another of our wild card riders. She's only 14 years old, traveled all the way from Japan. Some of her favorite snowboarders include Paula Benito, who she's competing with today.
Oh, there's the backtail 270.
Oh, that couldn't have been better.
Anne-Sophie, that was so good.
Anne-Sophie
actually a pharmacist and cooked up that prescription for the backtail 270.
You know, I was talking to Anne-Sophie the other day. She said she started competing in 2009. There was no girls scene then, and look what she's part of now.
That's awesome, out of Belgium. Jalen, switch 50 on the kink. And those are one of the sleeper tricks that is just so difficult and scary, but you're not spinning, so it might not seem like a lot, but it is really hard to do. We got Gwenny. With the pretzel, how much mustard would you say is on that one? Stone ground?
Dijon.
Dijon.
That was Brie Delves. She's from Australia.
What do we got, Emma? Front one.
Nice.
Front one is sick.
That is a terrifying trick. Terrifying, Emma.
Spinning and then coming down on the switch 50. Not as much real estate on the board when you're 50-50.
Absolutely fearless going into it.
Madison going for the pole jam. That's actually a North Face logo. Shout out the North Face half dome.
We haven't seen too many people hitting that pole jam yet today.
I would like to if they hit it more so I can shout out the North Face. Lex with a swivel.
Switch up, a swivel.
Swivel switch up.
What?
So we got 6 minutes left in this first heat. I can't believe it. It feels like 4 hours. But after that 6 minutes, we have another 45-minute heat.
I love that swivels are back.
Have one right there. Just a little touch at the end. Little, hey, how you doing?
You know, it reminds me of my youth.
Yeah? Tell me more.
Switch ups. They're just making a comeback.
Oh! Oh! Oh no.
Slams. It's part of it. We don't like to see it.
But they are really putting everything out on the line for this contest. Unfortunately, we are going to see some slams, but I hope that everything is going to be okay, and we have an awesome team of people to help out in case anything happens.
Yeah, and you know, Ben Block and the Woodward Park builders have done everything they can to make this course as safe as possible, while also thinking about progression. But slams are just part of it. It just happens in snowboarding. You know, you're no stranger to that. I'm no stranger to that.
No, I can feel a couple old slams as I sit here in the chair right now. But yeah, as you said, progression. If you want to, you know, see everything that we can put on the line today for the contest, I think it's bound to happen. It's just super unfortunate, but it's kudos to all the riders that are giving it everything they got for the contest today.
Yeah, they are going hard. I am blown away at what I've seen so far. Like this, it's mind-blowing. I can't believe it. We've seen cap 270s, back 270s, gap back lips, switch back 50-50s. Like, what is going on out there?
Yeah, you actually have to tell me every trick that has been done so far in the contest.
I don't think I can pass that test, Spencer.
So it sounds like we're going to take a quick break here. We got the best medical attention on the field. Yeah, live hard, play hard, and we're going to do the best that we can, but as of right now, we're taking a quick break until we resume everything.
My name is Rory Bruder. I am the Mountain Park Experience Manager here at Woodward Park City. This year's Uninvited Invitational, I'm really excited about the new footprint. A little bit more condensed with some more features, a lot higher paced action. I think my favorite part about working this event is just the community and everyone coming together and really giving their all to make sure this works out. I think Woodward Park City is a great place for this event because we are all about progression and pushing the sport of snowboarding and skiing further, and that is what Uninvited is doing with women's snowboarding. Really excited to show everyone what we've been working on, so make sure you come out April 12th for the Uninvited Finals or tune in online.
I got injured like super early last season, so I think going into this one, I think that's where I want to have like a healthy year, have fun, and enjoy it a lot more. Because yeah, that one just got cut a little too short. So I want to go back in. I'm like full speed ahead. Surrounding myself with people who I love to work with, like my friends and filmers and people that I like love and appreciate, and just remaining driven with them like really helps. There's kind of nothing worse than getting thrown into a group of people that you don't know or, you know, you don't really like vibe with, because it kind of just creates this, well, for me at least, like in my mind, it puts a lot of pressure on me to like perform. I think doing it with my friends and people that I care about make that a lot easier. How do I keep getting up after dying?
It's a clip. Oh yeah, okay, we gotta go.
Like shit happens and you fall and you fall really bad sometimes where you don't get up, and then you fall and you say, I'm gonna come back to this, right? And it's really just like risk management and how knowing yourself and how much you can take and knowing when to walk away is like a huge thing. But there's sometimes like you're trying something and you can see the outcome of it. Like, you know, the feeling that it's going to give you once you do this, and having that almost makes it a lot easier to get back up after a nasty fall and like do it again. I want to get a sled, but I need to fill my cup up here in the streets first, which it is getting there, let me tell you. But that requires time. You know, I just want to round out my portfolio where I'm at now before I learn that side of snowboarding, before I get the sled, before I go do that, because I want to just master what I know and love so that I have the capacity to go like balls to the wall over there.
Hello. So, we're back. After that slam, everything is all right. We got, the crowd is all pumped up. David Jordan is up and moving and out of there, and so we wish her the best recovery, but everything as of right now, up and moving and back to the contest. But right now, we got Iris in the booth. What up, Iris?
Yeah, we got Iris pham in the booth. Iris, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Have you been watching what's been going on the last few days? This is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Everybody's throwing down.
Were you expecting to see this level of riding? I'm like blown away.
I was kind of expecting it.
You were expecting it. I mean, you're no stranger to this. You are 2024 Uninvited Invitational second place winner. Yes. But you're not competing this year. You're out with an injury.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hurt my knee for this one.
Okay. We wish we could see you out there, but we're happy you're here supporting the other riders. Who have you been most excited about so far?
Hinano.
Ooh, Hinano.
So sick, 13 years old, frontboard same way through the kink rail. On the first day, not even finals.
Yeah.
Pretty insane to see that.
Unreal. Well, bum we can't see you here today, Iris, but we've been watching you this whole year, and it's been unreal. Rider of the Year, X Games win, so much good stuff. On the North Face, how's it been this last year?
Pretty unreal. A lot of dreams coming true.
That's
Things I never
so
thought would
awesome.
happen, yeah.
And do you think any of that comes from, this event, Uninvited, competing in this, then being able to get more sponsors and have more opportunities?
Most definitely. The North Face was an absolute dream sponsor of mine that just helped me out with quite a bit, helping just talking to people at the company, and then I think the second place really helped them believe in me.
Yeah, and how much of a difference did that prize money make going into this season? I mean, that's quite a bit of money you won last year. What was it, 10K USD?
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's kind of one of Jess's intentions, is to put that money in riders' pockets so they have more opportunity to do things and snowboard more and go more places.
Yeah.
Get Rider of the Year, win X Games, film video parts with Nitro.
Also help get your name out there, and then get the attention of the industry, some team managers and some new sponsors.
Yeah, for sure.
You're kind of a perfect example of like what Jess wants to do.
Yeah, it's unreal. She changed this event, Jess. It all kind of changed my life.
Wow.
That's awesome. But kudos to you as well for having such an awesome year.
Thank you.
And I think we're going to get some highlights coming in from what we've seen today. Okay, big gap front lip from the top ropes out of Annika. And so, Iris, what do you think of the course this year? And what would you be looking to ride if it was you? And if you were to take that second place again, what kind of approach would you have going into this course?
Wow, Jess.
Yeah, I think it's always good to try to hit as many of the features as you can. This course offers a lot of cool transfer options. That wall is so sick. The half dome is a fun addition, but
shout out to North Face.
I don't know what I would do. I'd be watching everyone like, holy shit, I better try some stuff. I hope somebody front boards the kink rail.
Yeah, you did front board the kink rail last year. I'm excited to see someone push heels through that.
Yeah, I bet Grundy's will be calling that out soon.
I think your front board through the kink rail last year was one of the standout moments for me. I hope we get that from someone this year.
Me too.
Gotta love a fronty. It's not a true rail jam without a front flip. Look at the style on that. And that one was just too incredible. Wow, so amazing. Jill on the clackety.
Nice.
Crosby. And a backtail 270, one of my favorite tricks.
Wow.
Look at that for the crowd and the judges.
Unreal. So much has happened already in these finals. This is crazy.
So that was only 45 minutes?
That was 45 minutes. We still have another session to get through. And then the quarter pipe session.
That's awesome. Iris, who do you have your eyes on right now watching that and watching it live?
Veda Hallen. Gwynny's been throwing down.
Mm-hmm.
There's some
Everyone's
crazy,
throwing
yeah,
down.
everybody's throwing
so hard
down.
To narrow it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the judges definitely have their work cut out for them.
For sure.
So Iris, you are no stranger to the contest scene. You've been doing quite a few contests in the last few years, but also you've been juggling filming video parts. How's that going for you?
It's a little crazy.
You had a standout video part come out this year in Bittersweet. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a little crazy balancing the competitions and filming, but ultimately kind of the competitions make a little schedule for you, and then you can go film between the time you have.
Yeah, and your travel schedule probably doesn't allow for too much time at home.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you live in a van?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I live in a Ram ProMaster. Right now it's a little hard with my knee, so I'm probably going to try to figure something else out, but it's been super fun and spontaneous to live in a van.
Yeah, and it kind of allows you to go everywhere, do everything.
Yeah, have all my stuff with me, change my plan.
Come over to my
Last
house
minute.
to grab some tools.
Yeah.
So what was it like filming with Desiree last winter and Egan and some of the other people for Bittersweet? Tell us about that experience.
It was so fun. I went out of the country for the first time. We went to Helsinki and Japan. Kind of just insane dream trips to go on, let alone go with Ted and Des and Itchy and Egan and film with a proper crew that knows how to build spots right and film it right, and like I learned a lot.
Was this your first full street video part?
Yeah.
Wow. And you had the ender in the video.
Opener
in the video.
Opener, but we saw a front board through a kink rail just like we saw here at the Uninvited. But this year you were filming with Nitro.
Yeah.
And so you went out of the country as well.
Yeah, we went to Japan again and then Toronto.
I might have seen some leaks. I'm not going to say anything, but I like what I've seen so far.
Thank
you. And excited for everyone else to see it as well.
Me too.
We were talking yesterday, I think you mentioned you want to keep filming street, but maybe start dabbling in the backcountry as well.
Yeah. I think first step, get a snowmobile, start learning how to ride it.
Right.
get myself able to go a little further in the mountains.
Are you going to put a snowmobile in your van?
No. Maybe I need a truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you come from Montana. There's some backcountry stuff out there.
Yeah.
You'd be excited to kind of do it in your home routes and be able to ride a little bit around there?
Yeah, for sure. Cook City's pretty close. I've heard a lot about it. So hopefully eventually explore but hopefully everywhere.
Awesome. You want to be all-wheel drive, ATV, just kind of like your van, right? Do it all?
Yep. Yeah. My van's too front-wheel drive, though.
My bad.
Keep the van as the home, maybe get a four-wheel drive vehicle for the sled.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Couple steps, but I can't wait to see you in the backcountry.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see what you got coming for this year. And congrats on the new sponsor with Nitro and all the other sponsors that have come. It's really awesome to see your career.
Thank you.
Including Rockstar, which I'm going to take a sip of right now.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Iris, since you're not competing today, do you want to put out any outlandish claims of things you would have done on this course?
Not really. I've been thinking about it a little, but then I'm like, no, you shouldn't even think about it because you can't do it right now. But I would have hoped to do a 270. Switchboard side same way, the wall.
I know we would have seen a no-slide pretzel. Come on. Front board through the kink.
Yeah, I would have had to front board through the kink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go start yelling at people to do it.
I like that.
I would love to see a little more action on
crutches.
That pole jam.
You front board the kink.
Hey.
Yeah, we need it. Kind of a crazy year. A lot of people are injured. A lot of the heavy hitters. No Hannah, no Telma.
Yeah, but what is cool about that is it opens the door for some of these new riders to come in and show what they've got. And that's what's really cool is we've got 8 teenagers competing today.
Yeah, opens a lot of opportunity for other riders to get their name out there and get these opportunities.
Yeah, it's so exciting to see these younger riders from all over the world get the chance to showcase their skills on a pretty big platform.
Yeah.
Someone's going to walk away with a couple people are going to walk away with a lot of money today and probably some new opportunities to film video parts just the way that you did.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy thing.
We could be seeing our next Iris pham. We could be watching them today.
I think we will be.
I think we're going to see some clips right now from Iris last year at the course. We got Telma.
Yeah.
This is a little highlight reel from 2024 Uninvited Invitational.
So nice.
Telma is just too sick.
Such a beast. Every time I watch her, I feel like I have to do more.
Iris, what do you think these riders are thinking about going into their last session for finals? Nerves, maybe?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of pressure that comes with this. I ultimately hope they're just trying to have the most fun for themselves.
I hope so too.
I really like that. That's so sweet.
You always look like you're having fun riding, and that seems to work out well for you.
Yeah, I really try to.
What it seems like is that all the riders today are kind of... Oh, sorry, I got some feedback coming in from the wind. They're out here not to compete really against themselves, but to the snowboard industry, saying this is what we can do. We're proving all the riding that we can do, and it seems like it's way more of a group up at the top rather than just competing against each other.
For sure. Everybody's supporting each other. A lot of us ride together on our own at Woody's or wherever it may be, so I think we all know what tricks each other could do and try to push each other to ride our best.
That's awesome. It's awesome to see when someone's standing up there and someone else dropped in and they're clapping before they drop. versus like, I'm going to compete against you, I'm going to take the victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you see your friend do something really sick and you're hyped on what they just did, and also it inspires you to maybe try something hard, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool way that we all push each other.
Yeah, that's a really awesome, healthy approach. I like that.
Thanks so much, Iris. So happy to have you here, and we wish you a speedy recovery, and you'll be back next year stronger and better than ever.
Thank you, Dara. Thank you both.
Yeah, Iris.
Thanks
so
for
good to see
having
you.
me. Whee!
And we'll see you out on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Pointing at people.
Front for the cake.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see that
start
too.
barking out instructions.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Awesome, Iris. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, when we're back, we'll get into the second session, Uninvited Invitational 2025 Finals. We'll see you soon.
My name is Roy Bruder. I am the Mountain Park Experience Manager here at Woodward Park City. This year's Uninvited Invitational, I'm really excited about the new footprint. A little bit more condensed with some more features, a lot higher paced action. I think my favorite part about working this event is just the community and everyone coming together and really giving their all to make sure this works out. I think Woodward Park City is a great place for this event because we are all about progression and pushing the sport of snowboarding and skiing further, and that is what Uninvited is doing with women's snowboarding. Really excited to show everyone what we've been working on, so make sure you come out April 12th for the Uninvited Finals or tune in online.
We're so happy to be here. Thanks to the North Face.
Ni hao. My name's Jess Camara, and we're here at Mellow Park for the first ever uninvited session. We had a setup that was geared towards progression.
I got injured like super early last season, so I think going into this one, I think that's where I want to have like a healthy year, have fun, and enjoy it a lot more. Because yeah, that one just got cut a little too short. So I want to go back in on like full speed ahead. Surrounding myself with people who I love to work with, like my friends and filmers and people that I like love and appreciate, and just remaining driven with them like really helps. There's kind of nothing worse than getting thrown into a group of people that you don't know or you know you don't really like vibe with, because it kind of just creates this, well for me at least, like in my mind it puts a lot of pressure on me to like perform. I think doing it with my friends and people that I care about make that a lot easier. How do I keep getting up after dying?
Tickle it. Oh yeah, okay, we gotta go.
Like shit happens and you fall and you fall really bad sometimes where you don't get up and then you fall and you say, I'm gonna come back to this, right? And it's really just like risk management and how knowing yourself and how much you can take and knowing when to walk away is like a huge thing. But there's sometimes like you're trying something and you can see the outcome of it. Like, you know, the feeling that it's going to give you once you do this, and having that almost makes it a lot easier to get back up after a nasty fall and like do it again. I want to get a sled, but I need to fill my cup up here in the streets first, which it is getting there, let me tell you. But that requires time. You know, I just want to round out my portfolio where I'm at now before I learn that side of snowboarding, before I get the sled, before I go do that, because I want to just master what I know and love so then I have the capacity to go like balls to the wall over there.
Everyone is stoked to be here for the Uninvited Invitational.
Hello, hello, hello.
We're back. Uninvited Invitational 2025 Woodward Park City. We're about to get into session 2 of the finals.
And boy, session 1 really heated things up. I had to take off my puffy, shout out the North Face. Few things, Dara, who were you looking at as some of the people that were ripping out there?
Some of my favorites, I mean, they were all ripping. It was hard to keep up. It was happening so fast, but Jess Perlmutter, last year's second place winner, was looking really good. Veda Halen, Emma Crosby.
Emma Crosby did me right up today. So obviously I'm biased, but...
Spencer, who gave you a ride up today? How'd you get here?
And, but a few others, I had my eye on Mila Stalker. Was looking really good and was really stoked on what I was seeing. Anybody else that you had your eye on?
Katya was looking solid. I think Azia was looking good and just getting warmed up. Like, they were all just there. It was insane. It's wild. We have riders from all over the world here competing for a piece of this $60,000 prize purse. And session 2, I can't wait to see what happens next.
So we're in. We're a part of
straight in. Session 2 is happening. Luckily, the riders are paying more attention than your live feed hosts. We are underway.
So this is the last 45-minute sesh. Wow. And this just in, they bumped it up to an hour, but Jess does not need another hour, coming in right away with that cab 2 to regular on the gap rail.
That is so technical, pulling that back to regular. Jess Perlmutter is only 15 years old. She came up last year from the wild card submission, and she has a bright future ahead of her.
Yeah, Jess Shreds on Instagram, check it out. Also a ripping skater.
This is Madison Blackley. Oh, nice tail press. I like that.
Tail press 5-0. What do you prefer?
I'm gonna call it a tail press. I don't know if that's cool or not. I'm too old to care. What do you call it?
I'm gonna call it a 5-0 on the waterfall, just to be a little different.
Okay.
And a different approach on that ride out there.
A little off course. It is windy out there. Oh!
Wow,
there it is, the front 450. We saw that yesterday. She put it down again today.
Hanano, she's only 13 years old. A wild card rookie for the event today.
That is so young. Can you imagine doing that level of trick at this level of contest at 13 years old?
I think the drop off that rail is taller than 13 feet. Oh, the back tail was looking steezy. I can hear the other judges through the headphones also talking about the style.
It's undeniable. We're all talking about it. Ooh, wanted a front board pretzel there.
Okay. So Lex going through the kink. I never know what to expect with Lex. Very technical rider.
Ambidextrous.
Wow, that was so sick from Devi.
Ooh.
Full pull, and with the arms, you gotta love it for the crowd.
You gotta celebrate yourself, you know, if you're happy with something you do, celebrate it.
Absolutely, and don't forget, this is an event with a live audience. We gotta give some for them too.
That's a little something for them.
Veda is one to watch for the second half of the contest here.
All right, this is Gwynny, 16 years old from Salt Lake City.
Gwenny has been winning bank slaloms, I hear.
Yeah, Kelsey Boyer said she's the fastest rider in Utah. Oh! So close.
I've been waiting for it.
She'll deliver.
Front one and back coming into the wall ride. Shizuku front board pretzel. Hard to hold the pretzel coming off the flat bar. There's a lot of time for your body wanting to revert back to regular, so I'd love to see that one. So Mila Stalker with the 50 front three. I'm seeing a lot more of the flat bar, kind of the bigger features for the second half. Time to heat things up.
Yeah, it looks like they were kind of getting, well, they weren't getting warmed up in the last heat though. They've been going hard this whole time. But I think things are starting to get even more heated.
Kraw's locking in a little too hard. Wow.
Could not have been cleaner. That was Marie Coleman. She won second at the European Open this year. She's only 14.
Wow, Annika.
Another could not have been done better.
Canonica. Switch front board is one of the more technical tricks we'll be seeing today. All right, what's Kenny got? Coming in switch. The switch ride on 50. I like that approach. It's gonna be hard to lock in if you're not jumping up to it. You're just gonna kind of drop in switch and hope and pray on that one.
You know, Spencer, I think most of our audience is familiar with why riding switch is hard, but you described it in an interesting way yesterday, like brushing your teeth with your left hand, golfing. What did you say?
Brushing my teeth is, yeah, if I do brush my teeth.
Riding switch is like.
It's like remembering to brush your teeth in the morning.
Hitting a baseball With your left hand.
I think I said hitting a baseball bat with your left hand, not throwing one. I said it wrong. So that would be even harder hitting a baseball bat, not just hitting the baseball.
Point is, switch tricks are hard.
Switch tricks, yes.
And so is brushing your teeth.
Of course.
I think that's the point. I don't know.
You got to keep those teeth fresh, like this fresh.
Oh.
Blunt 270 from Nora.
Yes, Nora.
That was like some Listerine mouthwash right there. Couldn't get any cleaner.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the one with 0 alcohol, the purple. Personal favorite. Wow. Okay, front board pretzel. Katja coming from the Netherlands.
16 years old.
Spent some time in the indoor domes. There really is no seasons out there. Wow, Jill. Jill is capable of doing those 270s, and we'd love to see it.
Jill Perkins filmed some of the most iconic street video parts ever. And some of these younger riders really look up to Jill, and now they are competing with her.
I wonder if that's nerve-wracking.
Against her.
Strapping in next to your idols. I know I would be. You'd be like, hi, good job.
You know, I think it's probably nerve-wracking, but also probably very inspiring. Oh, that was
wow. And so now we're up to the sled laps. Madison going for the hand plant.
I think Ben's only going to approve of a hand plant on his wall ride feature if it's at coping, but I think Madison will get there.
You know, you don't want to put your hand down when you ride away from the feature, but then you do want to put your hand down on the second feature. I bet it gets a little confusing for these riders.
It is a little confusing. There's a lot of unspoken rules.
Wow, okay. Iris would approve trying the front board through the kink rail and out of a 13-year-old rider from Japan.
Iris might have been up there shaking her crutch and telling her to do that.
Wow, Debbie, we need to see that. So that was from the coping, not just from the upper deck. So from a 50-50 jump off to lip slide.
And that's the creative approach that the judges are looking for.
Oh, no.
Out of nowhere. She's like, come on.
I was already back on my feet. Okay, Lex, coming in switch this time. Switch back 50.
Oh.
Wow, amazing.
Switchback 50.
Give it some for the crowd.
Like one of the hardest tricks there is. Would you agree?
That's like hitting a baseball toothbrush backwards at night with no lights on.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Shizuku, another wild card in the event. It's just so awesome to see that you go from wild card to the finals. Is there an outfit award? Because I think Gwenny would be winning, matching with multiple features. Nose press tap, that was sick.
You know, you mentioned the wild cards making it to finals, and I think it's probably something that Jess Kimura is so happy about seeing, just discovering all this new talent from all over the world.
Yes, there we go. Livia Tano,
there it
battling,
is. The back 270. Okay, she got it.
And you just love to see that. Yeah.
Perseverance.
And I bet that one felt good to get it out of the way for yourself, to say, yep, I did it.
I'm so happy she stuck with that. I'm so happy she got it, and now she gets to move on. Can't wait to see what's next.
I'm hoping a little bit of wall ride. Livia looks really good in the air and not just on the rails, but good on the rails.
I really liked her backside disaster on the wall ride yesterday. I hope she does that again.
I'm curious if anyone's going to step to a crippler, maybe a McTwist, maybe something flippy on the wall ride.
It's something that Chris Grenier was requesting yesterday, and so far, no one's given it to him.
That must be tough, requesting a trick while sitting down. Hey, I'd like it if you could. Do that, please.
Yeah. If I were up there, I'd be flipping.
You know what, Derek? If I was up there, which I can't be because I'm here in the booth with you.
What would you be doing if you were up there, Spencer?
I would be making up an injury to get out of it.
You'd be calling in sick.
Oh, my ankle just tweaked it. Oh, no. Emma, switch 50 on the clock. Speaking of Listerine, it looks like Emma took some NyQuil with that steezy style.
She's sleeping.
Sleeping. I like that. So going through the rail, not just gapping it. Annika Morgan can do it all. Oh, Kennedy Deck. What do we got? Coming in for the
Kennedy
switch.
looks so smooth on their snowboard. Every time. Even when they don't make it to the end of the rail. Still smooth.
I really like that.
I like that too.
The ride up, front lip, and then swoop it around. Wow, Jess. Jess Perlmutter with another stomp.
The progression in Jess's riding from last year to this year, and I mean, she was already killing it last year, but wow. And that's what it's like to be 15, I guess, Spencer.
Must be nice.
I remember. No, I don't.
Okay, Jill.
Yes.
Nice, Jill. Front two, and the crowd goes wild.
No!
I'm sorry, I yelled in the mic. Sprays Grenier.
It's a little FU.
Hey, remember who's riding. Hey, remember who's strapped in.
Don't forget who's the boss up there.
Bree Delphus.
Is that our hip-hop dancer?
Hip-hop dancing around the downfly down. Yep, and the judge is going to really have to break down that one. Okay, I like to see this out of Laura, kind of getting a line, two for one feature.
This is kind of something Laura is known for, is finding creative approaches to the course. Laura's also a park builder, also a mental health advocate. She started We Are Mental.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time behind the rake and probably knows the course and the little nooks and crannies and where to go and where to find the line. Oh, nose press on a kink rail. I like to see it. Wow. For the crowd, arms open. You know that they're stoked.
Switchback lip.
Switchback
lip.
That's just what the pharmacist ordered. Anne-Sophie is a pharmacist from Belgium.
She signed that prescription.
I wonder if I could get a prescription for that. Because I would like to have a switchback lip like that.
That was insane. Switchback lip, come on. I can't believe what's happening here at the 2025 Uninvited Invitational. I didn't think they could top last year, but I think they are.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Front board attempt.
Oh!
Wow. I might be seeing a little 270 out.
I think she might be going for that.
Upping it from last year, from the front board to the front board 270. That was sick. Paula.
We got switch ups, we got swivels. It's not 2005 though, it's 2025. And they're back.
Back nose press front one is really difficult. To be able to spin the front one when you're hopping in backside is a bit tricky, so kudos to Madison for that.
I mean, Madison's one of the most technical riders out there.
I can't even see Gwenny going so fast. They had to get the drone out to keep the camera on her.
They just switch up angles. That was a sick line.
Debbie going for the 50. Front lip. Yep, there we go. Holds on.
Our judges have their work cut out for them.
That was awesome. That was awesome, Debbie.
Azia from Russia.
Front two on the clacket A. We saw that in the qualifiers, hyped that we saw in the finals.
I think as far as execution, Azia might want to try that front two again.
Wow.
Ooh, front blunt to regular.
We're talking about style and looking really good. Okay, Lex coming in. The ride-on approach, it is a bit tricky. I think it's hard to lock in when you're dropping to that feature.
Do you see that crowd out there? There's a lot of spectators cheering these riders on.
I don't see the crowd because I'm in the tent with you, Dara, but from the camera angle, it looks big.
I caught a glimpse of it, and I'm just wondering what the riders are thinking. I'm wondering if they're nervous, if they're... There's a lot of people. Look at that.
Switch 50. Livia Tano got the backtail 270 and now moved on to the switch 50. You know what I would be thinking if that crowd was there? I'd be thinking, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. I might also be thinking spray the announcers. I like that from Jill.
Like
one of my
that
favorite moves today. Talk about creative. Veda with another front blunt 270 on the flat bar. I thought the first one was good, but it's awesome that she wants to get it perfect for the judges.
And in deck.
Wow, clean switchboard slide to regular.
So clean.
I actually saw one of those in Fruit Fly, a switchboard slide to regular on an S-rail out of Kennedy in the streets.
Canada is so proud. Also very clean. May Morelli.
17 years old.
Wild card. Oh.
I don't know what to call that, but I'm going to call in and say that I liked it.
I accept.
Oh, Emma. You all right, Emma? Hey, fun fact about Emma. Emma actually gave me a ride
How'd you get here
today.
today, Spencer? Fun fact. You know, we talked about Madison at NST this year, but Emma also is a natural selection competitor against Jamie Anderson.
Annika cleaning up the board side pretzel. Love to see it. Annika's an amazing DJ.
And an Olympian. These people have so many skills.
The thing, Annika doesn't skip a beat, you know? I thought we were going to say something. You wanted me to say something about the Olympics?
I was just wondering how long you've been waiting to say that Annika doesn't skip a beat.
Wow, Cap 270 pretzel?
Cap 270 pretzel? I missed it.
It wasn't a make, but I think we see something coming.
Okay.
Okay, like we were saying about Laura, picking the creative
I like
approach.
That.
Not from the transfer with more speed, but 50 land and board
I
slide.
really like that.
What do you call that hand plan?
I don't know. Can we get Pat Bridges on the line?
Bree holding on to that board slide 2-7, dancing around it.
Bree's actually working on getting into her PhD program, as well as being a hip-hop dancer, Spencer. And I missed what just happened with Jill.
Jill did the gap and slipped out a little bit.
I can't keep up.
And Sophie, after the switchback lip, is now going for the switch front board same way. Half cap 5-0, big press. I really appreciate that Debbie is always going at the wall ride coming in for the second trick.
I appreciate that too, and I wonder if that's something that the judges are looking for. I'm not sure if they're looking for one trick in a run or if a combo is better.
Wow. What I would be looking for is an excuse to get out of riding with these girls because they are just riding too good.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Wow. I wonder what
Marie
her
Coleman.
what her off-season training program looks like, because that took some strong legs.
I think she's 14 years old, so there might not be any training needed to get through the rubber knees, able to take that impact.
Right, Marie Coleman. She came through from the European Open. We saw a switch blunt 450 from her there, so strong athlete.
Another switch from left. Koimo looking good, even when she's falling, still looking good.
Clean gap front lip.
Okay, we got a pull.
Oh,
Mila, go over there. Oh, nice. Amazing.
Wow, I think she's...
Top ropes gap. We saw that yesterday. Hyped to see it again.
I think she's the only rider we've seen take that approach. Is that...
I think we've seen a couple, but right now I think it's tough to get that speed. So you saw the other riders helping her, pulling her into that one.
We love to see friends helping friends. It is a contest, but also we're all friends up there. But also, they probably all want that first place 11K USD. You know what I'm saying?
15.
15. 11,000 is second place.
What would you do with $15,000 USD, Dara?
I'd buy a lot of Tim Hortons.
Nice. Nice. I'd buy a lot of In-N-Out.
If I were 15, like some of these riders, I don't know what the heck I'd do with $15,000 USD. That's a lot of money to walk away with.
Oh, now I get it. Now I get it.
Okay.
Veda had gotten the front block 270. I saw her keep going for it. She's going for the 450 out. Celebrating to the crowd that she got her glasses back. And another front blunt 450-er.
Oh,
wow. Hinano going for the front board. 270 through the kink. Wow.
So clean. I like that ride away style. Casual.
Into the signature wall ride.
Which she matches.
Yes.
A little coordination.
There's the back tail.
Wow.
Okay, we got Madison. 50 back three. Clean.
Madison is a Park City local. Grew up here. Now she's back. Woodward Park City.
Now she's back three.
Now she's back three.
50-50 back three. Never turn your back on Park City. Remember your roots.
This is the best place on earth.
Emma.
Right here. Emma looks so solid.
Emma looks really good. Excited to see what Emma's footage looks like in the Solomon movie. I think it might be a 2-year coming out next fall.
I'm so excited to see that.
50
I really
back
liked
three.
Emma's footage last year.
Olivia Tano now attacking the whole course. Oh, that was Jalen Hansen. That's my bad. Annika testing out the hubba, the gap to hubba. Okay, one of my favorites, Laura coming in with the quick feet.
There
Nice.
it is. There it is. I'm glad she did that again.
It's hard to get a board slide going that fast. You know, when you come in with speed, it's easier to get to the end, but slow, you really got to be on it.
Yeah, that takes technique.
Jess, what do we got? Front board, 2-7.
Wow.
Cannot be stopped. On fire. Switch front board 2-7 out of Anne-Sophie. Switch back lip and switch front board 2-7.
Kind of another ambidextrous rider.
I think it might have something to do with that Belgian chocolate.
You could be right, Spencer. Wow. That was Marie Coleman.
Switch to switch from a 14-year-old. Debbie checking out that kaka.
You know, some of these riders came all the way from Europe and have to fly home back to junior high or high school, potentially with a big check from this contest. Can you imagine?
Where do you cash a check that big?
Where do you cash a check that big?
A big bank, I'd imagine. Wow.
Oh, that was nice.
Sick 270.
I want to see her clean up the landing a little bit, but that was nice.
Is it bonito or bonita? Are bonita fish big?
What's a bonita fish?
Well, it's a trophy fish, so yeah, they're big.
Oh my God, didn't get that reference, not a fisher. But I'm sure you got a few chuckles out there.
I'm fishing for a few laughs myself. But what I'm not laughing about is the technicality of these riders. And look at that hand plant, amazing. And the smiles on the way out.
I want to see more claims. I've been liking the claims. I've been liking the celebrations.
Okay, let's see if Lex can give us one.
Come on, Lex. Okay. They didn't like that one.
That's okay. It makes the claim that much better.
Yes. And you know, there's still lots of time, and they're getting sled laps, so there's lots more hits to be had. None of them look like they're getting tired out there.
Immediately going the front one, switch 50. Switch 50 is terrifying for me, personally.
Me as well. Okay. That was clean.
Yes. Okay, Veda, are we going to see the 450 out?
Come on, Veda.
Not quite, but it's coming. And a little love from the crowd. Yo!
Oh.
No way. Hard way front 270.
Wow.
Front 270 lip. I like saying hard way because I think it is the harder way to do it.
I would say hard way 270. You're going over the rail. It seems harder.
And some of these tricks are going over my head. Okay. Through the clackety-clack. What I really like about Asia is that she wants to get it as good as she can. She's not taking a contest make, persevering to get it for herself. Kennedy, awesome nose press.
The level of riding this year is insane. We're seeing front 270s, cap 270s, back 270s, 450s out. I can't believe what is happening.
Front board pretzel. Oh, I really want to see that.
Like, truly, this event has done exactly what Jess Camira wanted it to, and it's progressed women's snowboarding so much. I could cry.
Gotcha. Front lip. Front lip over the nose to fakie. I can see a little extra spin coming our way. Nice. From the top, gap front lip. May Morelli, wild card, 17 years old, going from the top ropes. No!
Oh!
No way. From the back tail to the back tail 270. Hamari just is looking too good on the board.
That is going to be so sick.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's your ride. She's okay.
Bit of a ride or die. Oh, on the inside. That is coming. We're going to see that by the end of the day.
Madison Blackley. Switch. Board slide 270. Okay.
Nice front board off the end of there. Jalen going for a switch 50 on the top ropes of the flat bar. That is a scary one. Again, real technical, and you'll have to realize that she's switch hopping into that. No way! Another 450.
Okay, so the 450s have really entered the chat this year. Love to see it.
Nice, Annika, and into the wall. And the wall is going to enter the chat pretty soon here because we're going to have a wall ride competition at the end that all of the riders can compete in, right, Dara?
We have the QP contest coming up after this final session. And yeah, all the riders can get back into it. If they didn't get enough time on Ben B's wall ride, they can have a little more time today.
That's going to be fun to watch. See, that's what I'm saying about that feature. It is a little bit trickier to lock in, dropping into it, than it is to hop up to something.
I see what you're saying.
Debbie has been on fire today.
Spencer, if you were a judge out there, what do you think? Who's going home with a big check? Who's going home with a piece of this prize purse? I can't imagine judging this right now.
Well, it depends on who would give you a ride up in the morning. I think that would have a lot to play into it, but I'm not a judge.
What you're saying is you would bring a bit of bias into your judging. And that's why you're not judging. And we have Louis and Mikey and Katie and Melissa.
Wow, Jess. And I bet the judges all agree that that was an amazing front board 270 out of Jess. And I wonder if they're all in the judges booth or if Mikey LeBlanc is a little bit closer in the crowd. Coming in at 87 years old.
He couldn't make it up to the judges booth. His knees were too much.
Yeah, he needs to be a little bit closer, but he really does have all the knowledge. Oh, that's awesome. I like to see that. Front lip on the pole jam, the North Face half dome. Wow. Tomio just looking too good. Backtail through the clackety-clack. Wow, switchback lip with the claim.
Nice switchback lip.
Yuri, letting the crowd know.
Claim.
That was such a good switchback lip. The pause and then catching it on the inside like that is just, you can't write it.
Couldn't even tell, could not tell it was switch at all. Wouldn't have known if it weren't for the number on the front leg. Winnie, our favorite outfit of the day.
I think Gwenny might have done that on purpose because the striped shirt looks like the stair feature. We were going for the creative approach. Veda coming back in for the front blunt 450. Oh, it's right there. And those glasses. Everybody wants to see the 450 out.
It's coming.
Veda might be doing this just to get the crowd going.
I love to see a battle. I love a good battle. It feels so good to land something when it takes a few tries.
Amazing. Switch 50, cab 3. We saw the switch 50 attempt earlier. I didn't know we were going to have a 360 out. Jalen Hansen. Kennedy. I'm seeing maybe a little bit of a combo coming up. Surfy. I'm not sure how you're supposed to lock in when the rail keeps dropping like that. Gotcha, 50 front,
but she just
3
did.
out. And that's one to keep an eye on for the awards later. Katja's been putting down all day.
Backlip.
Oh, that looks so good. Put that in your video part. Let's see it. Hamari. 17 years old, been ripping, and we want to see that backtail 270. Paula, solid. Are we going to see?
Come on.
Wow.
Oh. Wow.
You know, if you had a fisheye on the outside, that might have played. You know, that's the difference between the contest and the streets. You're not running up to the filmer. How is it? How does it look? You just got to run back up and try it. Ozzy, front board 270, sick. A little wave.
Speaking of video parts, Ozia, wild card People's Choice winner from her video part submission.
And where did you watch those wild card videos?
On my iPhone.
They're submitted on the platform. The platform. But you can watch a platform from your iPhone. Emma, clean. Solid full pull. Yeah,
Crosby,
which is really
some
cool.
of my favorite
Ozia,
video parts.
not just judge, it was for the people, by the people for that one to get you into the finals.
Okay.
Oh.
It's so close.
What I really like is that rail is the rail. That rail, it comes from the rail gardens, the shape of it. So down in Salt Lake, the iconic rail gardens, so many tricks have gone down, kind of early progression.
Rail gardens. Spencer, you're familiar with the rail gardens. You've made some magic happen there.
I really did like that place. It's awesome, and it's cool to see that Woodward is pulling inspiration from there. Wow. So Marie Coleman did that trick over in Europe, right?
She did. It got her second at the European Open this year.
Let's see if she, half cab nose press. That was amazing, Madison. It's such a hard trick to spin it over and then land on the front foot and hold the press.
Madison is such a strong snowboarder. She's been doing this for a long time. She's filmed, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 video parts. And
Jess Perlmutter going for the 450. It's a 450 off.
it's 450 off now. That's where we're at. That's where we're at in the second session of finals.
Switch back 50 on the wall.
You know, something that I think that's interesting about this contest, we're at a street style snowboard contest, Uninvited Invitationals.
Oh, front lip on the North Face. Sorry to cut you off, but I have to
but
for the North Face.
I was going to make a request. I wanted to see someone go sideways on that pole jam. I think she's the first one that has.
Livia Tano, full pull, front lip on the North Face half dome into a hand plant.
Yeah, I liked that. And I totally lost my train of thought, so I'm not sure what I was talking about before, but it doesn't matter, because here's Laura Rogowski.
Laura Rogowski switched to regular on the
Oh, I know what I was saying. A lot of these girls are young up-and-comers and haven't filmed street video parts yet, but they're getting experience on this street-style course, and a lot of them aspire to film video parts one day. They're now competing on the street-style course with some of their idols, Jill Perkins, Kennedy Deck, Emma Crosby. They're going to go on, I bet, to film some of the best video parts that we have yet to see.
Monica Morgan from 1470, kind of the other end of the spectrum of what you're saying.
More of an Olympian. Maybe doesn't want to film a street video part, but she could. She could film a good one.
Absolutely could. But it's so cool that here at this event, also her brother's event, DIYX, and it's just snowboarding is just a community. It's not one thing or the other. We're all in it together.
It's all just snowboarding, and we're all having fun. And some of us might win a lot of money today.
Is there any money on the line for us? Do you think we could win?
I hope there's a prize for best looking.
Best looking hand plant. There is a prize for that, and that will be on the QP contest later today. Big old 50 front one from Bree. Bree Delves out of Australia. She's from down under, but she went over the top on that 50 front one on the flat bar. Mia Stalker have been killing it all day. looking for that pretzel out, really stalking that pretzel out, if you will.
Oh my God.
Come on, Kennedy. I saw it earlier. I know that they have it. You know what else Kennedy has is a Video Part of the Year award this year.
They do.
From Slush Mag.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
As well. You were part of that video.
I was, and I got to witness some of that stuff firsthand, and that's why Kennedy Deck is one of my favorite snowboarders and just people to hang out with.
What was it like working with Kennedy Deck on that project? What was their approach to filming in the streets, and do you think it applies to this contest approach?
Absolute trooper. You know, there's so many things. You don't have Ben Block out there building the lifts for you. You don't have people trying to kick you out. So it is a different approach, but kind of same mentality. I would say Kennedy just really wants things to be executed very well and be happy with whatever they put out, because that's representing the snowboarding that they do.
I think you can tell they have a very high standard, and yeah, it shows.
I think that's really cool. Let's be like, hey, we're not just doing this, let's do it the best that we can and be super proud of it.
And that's what we want to see in video parts. And
yeah, do it to the best of your ability. And you can really implement more style and kind of personal touch, where this contest, it's kind of go, 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 which is awesome to see as well.
It is, but we're seeing a very high level, high standard of riding here at this contest.
Like that backtail 270.
And one thing about the Uninvited Invitational, it's for the girls who maybe haven't had the opportunity yet to film a video part, and they need a platform to showcase their skills, and that's what Just Camira is all about.
That's a great platform, and where you are actually watching this right now is another platform, platform.com, and you can watch wildcard submissions for the Uninvited there as well.
We hope you're tuned in. We're about, I don't know how far along we are in the second session of finals, but there's a lot happening.
Yeah, probably about halfway through, and there's just a lot of energy going on. Speaking of energy, rockstar energy, shout out. I'm going to take a sip right now.
Oh, Nora. That hard way front two.
That's a definite contender for best trick.
Definite contender.
No way. Yo, Debbie. Debbie was sleeping with the fakie.
Doesn't look like she's trying out there. It's looking easy for her, but it's not.
Also looking good. Cross.
Always,
switch lip.
always looking good.
Cross got no eyewear on. I wonder how she can see. I don't think she's concerned with that. She's more concerned if the judges can see her putting down these tricks. She actually might have left the sunglasses in the car. That same car gave me a ride up today.
Tell me one more time.
I will. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you once again, this is a 13-year-old going for a front port through a kink rail.
Oh!
Wow!
Ooh.
From the judge's perspective, that is a make.
You know, yeah, that's a contest make, depending on the angle. Could have been a video part make. I don't know. That was good enough for me.
I don't think I could spell down flat down at 13, let alone front port 270 through one.
I did not know what snowboarding was when I was 13 years old.
But you just look at this crowd, all these people lined up cheering everybody on. It's just too sick to see. And I hope people are watching from home as well. Laura, number 17, kind of like Mikey LeBlanc's Instagram handle, 17IS. I wonder if that was a tactic to get at the judges.
A little subliminal.
Yeah, you got to do everything you can.
You do, because there's a lot of money on the line.
Like that front blunt out of Paula. $450?
Okay.
Oh, it's a $450 off. Don't forget it.
$450 off. And not only is there a lot of money on the line, but there's some scouts out there, I bet. There's some team managers looking for new talent.
And there were some team managers even riding in this event. So
there was mine.
Yeah.
Erica Stark.
Shout out. Ozzy, a 60-hour travel day to get here, to be riding with everyone today?
It was not easy for Azia to get here. And we're so glad she came because watching her snowboard has been very enjoyable.
I would say.
Very exciting.
Gwenny, it is hard for the cameras to keep up with her. She is just so fast.
Look at how matchy she is. The shirt, the wall ride.
Gwenny Park. Her last name fits very well for where we are riding today in the park at Woodward Park City.
Woodward Park City. My favorite place on earth. I've been riding here the last few days. It's been such a treat. Is this where you train for your video part, Spencer?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was distracted by that switch front board from Lex, and there's the claim we wanted.
They're happy with that one.
Yep. That's why we don't want to claim
You can see them
every
getting
time.
straight back to the sled.
Switch front board to switch. To hold that to switch has got to be hard. Annika, board slide 270 on the flat bar. Annika, I want to see that one. I want that to be replayed, rewinded, and that wasn't very good, but that's okay.
Oh.
Jill, keeping the crowd on their toes.
Jill, maybe, yeah. Didn't lose her hat, though.
Switch 50.
Full-time pharmacist. That's a real grown-up job. All right, we have 10 minutes left in the second session of the finals, Uninvited Invitational 2025, Woodward Park City. 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left.
What's gonna happen?
You can see Veda switched it up from the front board 450 to the gap rail. Veda wants a W and knows that she can't get caught up on one trick, so she's switching it up, and we're gonna see some different features out of her.
Veda knows the judges are looking for variety.
Jalen Hansen, cab 2 on the down hubba.
What's a hubba, Spencer?
A hubba, sorry, I'm watching Mia Stalker. A hubba is a term for a ledge in skateboarding, a down hubba. I think it came from Hubba Hideout in San Francisco, but we're watching snowboarding here today.
We are. We're watching good snowboarding. We're watching exciting, high-level, extreme snowboarding.
And we're watching that pole jam. Shout out to the North Face.
Of girls from all over the world.
Backlit. So now is the time to be, oh, come on.
Okay.
Yo!
Wow,
back
270.
Hamari just really put that down.
Hamari, that was so clean,
Hamari
so
Takamori.
stylish. She's been fighting for that.
And you love
That's a
to
bit
see
of a battle.
Yeah, but
she got it.
rightfully so.
Yeah, that's a hard
completely blind trick on a flat bar with a huge drop. 17 years
That
old.
would actually
out of
be a
Japan.
dream trick for me, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
Oh, Yuri. Again, we hate to see it, but it is part of riding a street style course. Part of snowboarding, really.
Yuri able to unstrap and now seeking medical attention. We do have the best people in the field right now to attend to her. Yeah, and like the other judges are saying, I can hear through my headphones, we do want to shout out the sponsors that are allowing us to have this amazing event here today and supporting all these riders and this amazing thing.
Yeah, we have Yeti, Rockstar, Subaru, Capita, Union, Nidecker, Sunbum, Fat Tire, Herschel, Skull Candy, Cold, Baldface, and the Bomb Hole all coming together.
Did you say Skull Candy?
I did.
Okay, I just want to say it a couple more times, Skull Candy, Skull Candy.
Okay.
Did you say the North Face?
North Face.
Because I will. The North Face, head sponsor.
What would we do without you, Spencer?
What would I do without them? Not a lot, and this contest as well. So huge shout out to them and to Jess. For
Thank
putting
you
this
to
whole
the
thing
North Face. They've been with Jess Kimura from the beginning.
And here we are. Hey, Dara.
Hey, Spencer. Wow.
It's
Can
nice
you
to see you
believe
on
what's
screen.
been happening?
No, I cannot. I still can't believe that backtail 270. Such a hard trick, so well executed, so good. And we got Yuri walking off now.
Okay,
with
she's
big
good.
Smiles.
She's up. Crowd's cheering.
And so we'd like to see that, and big smiles on their faces. It's part of the competition. It's bound to happen, and we're happy that everyone is okay. But aside from that, oh, we got some Yuri signs. That's amazing. It's just been so much to take in.
It's been wild. My mind is blown. I can't believe what I've been seeing. We've seen 270s all over the place, 450s out, switchback lips, what? Switchback 50-50s, and we're back. We're back.
Okay, and I think this is our final 10 minutes, the real crunch time. The final countdown, if you will. Time, ooh, a little flare for these riders to get their last tricks in for the judges. But what I like to see is everyone is still having a good time. You see smiles when they're riding out. You see claims, and now we see backtail 270. Hanano, just so sick, 13 years old.
13. She came here from Japan with her mom, traveled all the way from Japan.
I hope she saw my mom on the flight. Mom's a flight attendant. Shout out Debbie.
Shout out Debbie. And shout out to my mom.
Of course.
Just
moms in general.
Shout out moms.
Moms that support snowboarding.
Jessica Mira is kind of like everybody's mom.
Absolutely.
Taking care of all of us.
Oh, you know what? I know that's not what they were trying, but that was really cool. When you have the ability to say, nope, I can't get it around, I'm going to just revert it back to front lip and keep it on the feet. Switchback tail is incredibly hard. Kudos to chucking that one up. And Sophie.
These riders have been out there getting sled lapped. I've lost count. I have no idea how many times they've hit this course. What do you think, Spencer?
I don't think they even know. But a lot of times in these quick 45-minute and 1-hour sessions, so many tricks, it's hard to count. And the judges are keeping tallies on what they're up to.
I'd be exhausted. I'd be delirious. I can't keep up with what's going on. Thank goodness they have Rockstar out there.
Thank goodness. And, you know, I don't think the snowboarders are the best counters. That's why we snowboard. So hopefully they are trying their best.
Math's not really our strong point.
It should be with the physics and
I mean,
the
we do have
270
some
out.
engineers in the field.
Yeah, we do. Bella Warren is studying to be an engineer. You can tell by the way she engineers some of those tricks on the down bar.
Bella Warren, also known as B Unit.
That's amazing. I wish I had a nickname that cool.
Some people call me D Unit. You can call me that if you want.
You got it.
All right. All right, we have about 5 minutes left here.
Oh, wow. Switch to switch. Did you see that D Unit? That was Bree Delphs coming from Australia.
Holy smokes.
Do you think that she rides switch in Australia? I know that everything's reversed, so I'm not sure.
I don't know if like regular would be goofy and goofy would be regular. It's all backwards.
Did you see that?
I missed it.
That was Jess.
What'd she do?
The front blunt 450, 450 up. We got a front blunt 450.
We got the 450. Okay.
Jess on fire.
Buzzer beater. We have just a few minutes left out here.
Let's see what Lex got for us.
Oh.
Gap front one.
Okay.
Land and switch 50. Hands up for the crowd. Crowd pleaser, and I really like it.
Lex is kind of on fire today, and they're coming back from a couple of injuries.
Are you kidding me? That was so sick, Paula. The front blunt to regular. It's hard to pull that back to goof or whatever direction you ride when you're on your back foot like that.
I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea who's going home with these prizes. No idea.
You know, I'm not a judge.
One thing I know for sure, though, Brittany matches the wall ride.
Can you count how many stripes are on that jacket? Madison, front one, switch 50, coming into the wall ride.
Madison Park City local. Filmed at least 10 or 20 video parts in her career.
Beta, gap and switch. Veda, you can tell, is hungry. Veda's been ripping all day and is gunning for that podium. I'm excited to see the next drop.
Yeah, Veda's had a few podiums
Azia
the
with
last
the
few years.
gap.
She wants another one.
People's champ on the wild card, as seen on the PLATFRM.com. Kennedy, gunning. Excuse me, a little too much rock star. Gunning for the Switch 50. Kennedy will not quit. A trooper in the streets.
That's what it takes.
Yeah,
Resilience.
dedication.
Speaking of dedication, front blunt, same way. We have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. Mia Stalker got the front blunt 270 looking really good all day. I could see some big checks with her name on it. Wow. I just can't with the style. I just can't. Oh, looking for a 360. We saw the Switch 360 out on the other side, hoping to see it on that side. We got 2 minutes left. Sled laps, I bet we're going to get a couple more drops out of these riders, but keep your eyes open.
2 minutes left. Final 2 minutes of the Uninvited Invitational 2025.
That's 2 minutes, D-Unit.
2 minutes. That's 120 seconds, Spencer.
How many is that in kilometers?
Well, in Celsius, it's about...
You don't know.
I have no idea. Where are we? What's happening?
Where we are is the Uninvited, and that is the North Face Pole Jam. Annika grabbing a nice stale fish. One minute left. It's called a stale fish, but it is not stale. It is styly.
Is it bonita?
Front blunt. Front blunt back to Regs. And here is the song, the final countdown. DJ Matty Mo.
It's really happening.
Queuing up the
Final
hits.
few moments.
Nose press, tweaking it out.
I do not envy the judges right now. I have no idea what's going to happen. There's $60,000 USD on the line. Someone's walking away.
Let's
with
get
a
the
lot of
front
money
board
today.
270.
Few people are walking away.
No!
Oh!
No! Back tail.
I'm really
through the
sorry
kink.
for screaming into my
I can't contain myself.
I did not expect to see.
That looks so good. 13 years old.
That.
What you can't expect to see is a long career out of her. A long career out of Hanano Sakamoto. Keep that name in mind. We're going to be seeing a lot of it. And thank you to Jess for being able to give us this platform.
That is exactly her intention, is to make sure that these riders get their names out there.
Jess Perlmutter, front board pretzel with the strong claim. I'll say it again. It's hard to pretzel out of something that tall because your body wants to keep straight and you're forcing it around. Jess, I think we're going to be seeing a name on a big check.
15 years old.
Oh, Laura.
We got
one
more drop. Final session of the finals. 2025 Uninvited Invitational. Here we go.
450 out. No. Hey, kudos. Kudos for that 450 out.
Oh, we lied. We got another drop.
Back one, Livia Tano. One of my personal favorites. Really sick rider.
Is that it? Is that it?
I'm seeing...
I don't know what's going on. I see excitement. I see energy.
Here we
I see
go.
Debbie.
I see Debbie.
I hear cheering.
Debbie,
okay.
Switch lip to Fitty. Hey, tail block.
Why not?
Well, you're not supposed to during the contest. At the very end, might as well.
But the contest
Gap switch lip.
Oh, wow. Veda.
There's too many people dropping it once. Veda did it. Oh, everyone's dropping it once. My brain is
Nobody
confused.
wants to stop. They all want... They can't get enough of this course. They want more.
Hey, that was an amazing event. Thank you so much, Uninvited. Thank you, Jess, and all the sponsors and the riders for riding for that 3 days, and now pushing it till the very end, hiking back up, taking snowmobile laps. Now they're just having some fun.
They're putting on a show for the crowd.
For the crowd. Oh, I saw a back tail through the kink again.
Oh!
Jess Perlmutter, I think, just did another trick. We couldn't see from our angle. Jess Perlmutter cannot be stopped. I think Jess Perlmutter might just be hiking up there for fun. No side pretzel. Wow.
That was
it really ended off. Oh, there's more riders. Where are they coming from, D-Unit? Don't laugh at me. You told me to call you that. D-Unit, what do we got next?
I don't know what's going on anymore. This is crazy.
I know what's going on. This is the very end of the finals, but we still have the quarter pipe coming up.
The crowd is freaking out. I can't believe what we've seen here today.
I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out too. And you know what? We still have a quarter pipe session.
We still have a quarter pipe session.
All of the competitors.
Look at all these people riding down. Amazing event, amazing tricks that we saw. And look at all those signs. And don't forget, this is the crowd, but there's also people on the chair spectating, cheering from the chairlift. If I turn around, I can see people's arms up as they're going by. Kind of that Hollywood High, checking it out from the chairlift.
I could cry right now. Jess Camira has done it. This is the Super Bowl of snowboarding. I am blown away. This is insane.
It is truly amazing what this event brings to just the culture and snowboarding itself, and all that riding that we just saw. And we're going to be seeing a lot of it in highlights and rolling out. So I can't wait to see a few more of those tricks because there was just so many of them. It's hard to keep count.
The energy that I just felt at the end there, and the crowd, and the riding, and oh my God, I could cry. I'm feeling emotional. That was crazy.
Emotional in a good way. And there's going to be some emotions at the awards when we give out this $60,000 USD.
Yeah, USD. Somebody's going to win $15,000, $11,000, $8,000, $6,000, $4,000 for 5th place. Like, there's a lot of prize money going out today. USD.
Yeah, huge shout out to the sponsors to be able to put this on and be able to change people's careers and their lives in snowboarding. It's so amazing.
Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to the riders for coming all this way from all over the world. Shout out to Jess Camira for doing this, for changing lives, for changing snowboarding. This is crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy to get a look at some of these young riders like we just saw. Hanano, 13 years old, wild card, just absolutely throwing down, going for the back tail 270 through the kink. Absolutely crazy ability for that age and just in general. So, you know, we saw a lot of rising today.
All right, well, I don't know how there's so many highlights to see, and let's look at some of those.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I want a refresh. Okay, Jess has just been put down all day. You can show any clip of Jess. Here we go. Veda got a really nice front board 270 out of that. We got some more out of Jess, putting down on the whole course. Jess Perlmutter.
Front board pretzel through the clack, clack, clack.
Yep, I would say some mustard on that one. Devi with the awesome transfer. We saw one of those to front board as well. Stalker.
Stalking. The wall ride.
Stalking the wall ride. Stalking the whole course.
Here she is again. Oh, this was huge.
Big gap.
Powerful.
Here we go. Emma Crosby.
That's your ride.
That was my ride.
Oh, you got here today. Thank you, Emma.
And also awesome riding out on the course today. So we're seeing some familiar faces, some people really putting down today. Devi was absolutely one of them, crushing the whole course, and Jess, look at this. We had the 270, but there was a 450.
Like nothing even happened there.
And the front 3 out of the clackety. Hard to lock that in. And one more, Veda. Look at that transfer, 50 front board, and then yup to fakie, sleeping, looking good. I like that. Gap, nope, and then bringing it back. Look at this, look at this.
Wow.
450 out, 15 years old. How many spins for how old? I'm not sure. She should get some, what, high school credits for that?
Yeah. Surely she should get a degree in something for that.
I would say skip a couple classes.
Yeah.
So,
all right, so we can see Ben B and his crew, Woodward Park City. They're raking, getting the quarter pipe wall ride all pristine and nice for the quarter pipe contest coming up. And then following that, we have awards to see.
Will you run me through the awards? What do we have on the table today? It's not just first place. There's so many awards.
All right, Spencer, yes. So again, we have a $60,000 USD prize purse. There's $15,000 for first, $11,000 for second, $8,000 for third, $6,000 for fourth, $4,000 for fifth. Then we have best trick, that's $1,500. We have a heart award, $1,500. Best bail, $1,500. One to watch, $1,500. We got best air, we got rookie, style, most creative, and we have bald face award. Someone's going to bald face. Someone's getting in the chopper.
That is so awesome to be able to go and ride from this event. $60,000 purse, that sounds like a Gucci purse, maybe Louis Vuitton. That's a very expensive purse that we got.
That is not a cheap purse. That's something fancy, something designer.
And we're going to be splitting that up amongst the riders. But not only that, we do have more riding to be done. We saw the finalists today. There was 29 of them, amazing riders. But out of the 71 riders we had today, everyone can ride the quarter pipe. So if they want a little bit more piece of the action, they're going to have that ability. And yeah, so we're going to take a quick sec while they get that dialed in, and then we're going to watch the quarter pipe.
Coming up, quarter pipe. See you soon.
Surrounding myself with people who I love and appreciate and just remaining driven with them like really helps. It's really beautiful and it's exciting and it just gets me very fired up. I guess for me, it gets me really excited to like go out and like do something different so then I have the capacity to go like fall to the wall over there. It helps fuel the future.
Rockstar energy.
This North Face partnership started in 2017. I had just decided to make the first Uninvited film, which was an all-girls snowboard film that was kind of born out of my frustration of my experiences in the industry. I didn't want the girls to feel that same stuff, so I was like, hey, I'm just gonna make a movie and I'm gonna pay for it myself. I just wanted to get the girls riding out there into the world. Once the North Face crew saw it, they completely unprompted sent me a huge box of uninvited shirts that they had printed out that we were able to sell on our tour to pay for gas money and keep us going. We made 2 more films after that, featuring over 30 girls each. North Face was the main sponsor of both of those films, and throughout those 3 films, like over a dozen girls were able to launch professional snowboard careers. It just shows that if you give someone an opportunity to show what they can do, they can take it further than anyone could imagine. So after making 3 films, I felt like the industry had shifted a bit. I wanted to find a reason to give away a huge amount of money to the girls because I felt like they were getting opportunities, but they weren't getting resources. That's kind of how the idea of the event was born. North Face was the brand that really kicked in enough money to make me feel confident that I'd be able to pull it off. And yeah, ever since then, they've been the biggest financial backers of every single uninvited initiative that I've done. I wouldn't have been able to take it to this level without them. I know that they support what I'm doing, but I also feel like they support me and the girls for really authentic reasons. They're here packing gift bags for the riders, they're putting up fencing and branding, they're on hill before anyone else, and they really put in more hours than any other volunteers. And I've never asked them to do this, they just do it. I think because they know I wouldn't be able to pull it off without them, not just financially, but also boots on the ground, rolling up their sleeves. This goes way beyond a corporate partnership, and for that, I'm so grateful.
Everyone is stoked to be here for the Uninvited Invitational.
Why do you like making movies?
Why do I like making snowboard movies? I like the goal-oriented. Like I have like a list of tricks on my phone, and it's just something to keep me motivated. You know, each year, keep knocking them off. So you just are waiting. And then when that moment arises, you really got to capitalize.
I'm ready, guys. Booyah!
My name is Maddie Montgomery, and I'm the Train Parks lead here at Woodward Park City. The Uninvited is special to me because it brings all the really good women riders together and creates a community for us. As the only woman on the Train Park crew, I try my best to keep all the dudes in line. Sometimes it can be hard, but I think I do a pretty good job at it. I like being a part of this event because it elevates women's snowboarding, and it feels really cool to be directly involved. The Uninvited Invitational is happening here at Woodward Park City this weekend. Pull up.
Dude, that was fucking crazy. Let's get fucking started!
hello, hello.
All right,
hello.
wow. So that was a recap from the European Open this year in Austria. And speaking of Europe, we're here with Ilva.
Here, and I'm from Europe.
Hello, hello.
In the studio with these guys, watching the sickest event of the year go down. 3rd edition. It's been fucked up, hey?
It's been insane.
I've been out there cheering, screaming for the girls, dancing. It's been wild. The crowd is
too crazy.
Loving it.
I can't believe what I've watched today, and I can't imagine what the energy was like up there. Like, this is insane.
Incredible.
It gets better every year.
Yes, yes, for sure. It's been like the vibe up there and just seeing like, for example, this end section of where everyone dropped in super tight, back to back, doing crazy tricks. I had like tears in my eyes.
I said the same thing.
I said the same almost crying up there, just looking at girls like casually doing like a backtail 270, like tricks,
450,
crazy shit.
Tricks.
It's like
it's so
been
crazy.
Wild.
Snowboarding has changed forever thanks to this event.
That was
you
beautiful.
had tears in your eyes, and I was cross-eyed because so many people were dropping at once. It was hard to keep track of what was going on.
So incredible.
But you were up there. Can you tell us some of the people that you had your eye on that were doing really good up there?
I think that Jess was just consistent throughout the whole day, like doing all these banger tricks, trick after trick. I think Paula has the style for me, just looking incredible on her board and really comfortable. Everyone was killing it. It was just like, yeah, that's maybe the 2 standouts for me right now at this moment. But I've been screaming and dancing, so I didn't see every trick, but you guys probably did. So.
Yeah, you bring the energy for sure.
Ilva, could you talk to us about you're from Europe. You're you're visiting from Europe in North America. Iceland, I guess, is that Europe?
Iceland is Europe, yeah, but it's on the continents of like America and Europe, so you're not way off being confused by it. But it's in Europe.
What do you think the Uninvited and Jess Camira did for a rider from outside of North America?
It's like just the fact that she's bringing so many riders from around the world into the big states, which is mostly in North America.
Right.
Bringing them into a situation where there's all eyes on you, and you have your chance to take advantage of that. And that's what she's doing with this event. That's what she did with the videos that we were a part of. Like, just bringing snowboarding together, no matter where you're from, and showing it on the big stage. And that's like kind of what Jess has done for us.
It's amazing. It's amazing to see the platform that she's provided all these people, and those videos too. Those live in legacy. You get to watch those over and over. And same with the events today. We can watch the old live stream, old clips. This isn't going to be just today. It's going to be over and over, and we can keep those names and these riders in mind.
Yeah, I think those Uninvited videos like really started a lot of snowboard careers, and now these Uninvited Invitationals are starting a lot of snowboard careers. It's just a way to get eyes on talent.
Yeah, and like especially for those girls that don't do the contest or normally are not in the States or the spotlight, sorry, they are now getting this chance of like, hey, here's a course for you that you can like rip on, and you have like probably millions of people watching you right now, and like you can take advantage of that, or you can be around this event and like network with other riders that like filming snowboarding and doing street snowboarding, and maybe next year half of the girls that didn't make finals are gonna go film together. That's like so sick.
Totally. It's pretty cool seeing a group of riders together. Some of them have never filmed a video part. Some of them have filmed a bunch of video parts. Some of them are new to contests. Some of them have been to the Olympics, and they're all together riding this course, having a good time and pushing snowboarding together. It's amazing.
And some of them are 13 years old. And then there's the easiest ones out there. What's happening?
Some of them have never been on an airplane until now, and they came all the way here for the Uninvited Invitational, and then they put down a bunch of sick tricks.
That is so cool.
And, but not only that, the friendships that you make, like how many people have you seen here that you don't get to see all year or whatever else?
It's like incredible how many people you get to, for the first part, like meet in person for the first time coming to this event. Like all these girls are probably like Instagram friends, whatever, like online friends, never met each other, get inspired by each other like all the time. And now they get to ride together. This is like crazy. And then the girls that you know, if you're out filming all year, you never meet them until like springtime, you meet here at this event. It's like incredible.
It's the beginning of so much.
Yes.
It's so exciting.
Oh, are we on with
we look like we might be on with the quarter pipe.
Quarter pipe contest.
Okay.
So just to reiterate, this is everyone from the contest, not just the finals. If you wanted a piece of the action, you can get back in there and go for the quarter pipe.
Debbie's been killing it all day. Hey.
All day.
So consistent, so confident. It's been beautiful to watch.
270s gaps, and what I like is Debbie's always going for the quarter pipe at the end. It's a two-piece, it's a full run.
And not only that, but always smiling at the end too. Every time riding away from a trick, he's smiling.
Yeah.
It's like
such a good time.
That is the best thing to see when you just see someone having so much fun out there. They're in their element, they know what they're doing.
Throwing the hands up for the crowd, getting you stoked, you dancing on the sidelines.
Dancing over there, screaming at them.
Looks like we have a poacher on course. Looks like we have Nick Baden on course.
Nick Baden going for the
We did
North
say
Face.
the quarter pipe event was for everyone. Okay.
Wow. Nick, new rider to the North Face, probably just wanted a piece of that pole jam. Shout out to the North Face for allowing this to happen. The contest, I don't know about the coach. Yeah.
I don't know who allowed Nick Baden on course. We're gonna need to get security.
I think that, you know,
I cannot imagine doing another contest right now. The quarter pipe. These riders already did 2 45-minute sessions of finals. They were throwing down, and now they're doing another contest on the quarter pipe.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think the reason why there are not more girls crowded up there is because everyone's exhausted from these days. It's been a huge week. Yeah, it's been a huge week, and everyone's been throwing down.
Yeah.
Like, everyone that I've seen on this course has done like at least 5 tricks that they're like can go home and be really proud of.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like everyone, even in the qualifiers, like everyone showing up to this event knows how to snowboard. They're doing sick tricks, and it just looks good.
I don't know how those judges cut the field down to 29 riders. Like, there was so much that happened in qualifiers the last few days.
Incredible.
It's been crazy.
You were killing it too. How tired are you just from the 2 days of qualifiers?
It was really fun. I was mostly tired from the sun, I think.
Okay.
The sun, coming from Iceland, we're not used to this heat. It's crazy. And I think that's something to take into consideration with the Japanese and the European girls, for example. They're all jet lagged. They're all exhausted.
Yeah, they had huge travel days to get here.
Katja is used to riding indoor domes, so I bet the sun isn't very helpful there as well.
Yeah, it's been a lot, but it's in the beautiful, best way. It's a lot. Yeah. I think that it's...
Well, let's cut in and check out some of the wall ride features. Do we have some people throwing down so far? Oh, some more rails. Cannot get enough. I like that.
Using the rails as a little bit of speed. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Yep.
Awesome.
What do we got? Hinano? No.
Hilva, you've filmed a lot of amazing video parts. You've actually had 2 enders in the uninvited video parts. Videos. What would you say is... How would you say the mindset is different going into filming a video part versus contests like this?
I think when you're filming a video part, you are in a very comfortable environment because you choose it yourself.
Right.
But you get out of your comfort zone by choosing things that maybe nobody else has hit or seen, or you know, you're trying something that you might not know if it's gonna work, even like if it's physically even possible. And so you're out there trying something that's just like a challenge of you're just competing against yourself.
Right.
And it's like really beautiful in that sense that you're just like one with it. But in a setting like this, I think it's more like you're so comfortable on your board that if someone tells you it's your time to go, you go and you get it. That's the difference, I think.
I feel like filming, you can kind of control the setting a little more, control the environment, and then challenge yourself with the feature or the trick choice.
Yeah.
Where here, the environment is chosen for you. There's hundreds of spectators.
Yeah.
You're so confident in your snowboarding
that all of that.
You can do it on demand when you're told it's your turn to drop.
I did like that some people, rather than just moving on from a trick, would keep going in the sense that, like you're trying to film a video.
Yeah,
they're
I
doing
love
it
that
for
too.
themselves.
Yeah.
They're doing the battle, and then when they do get it, you could see the cheers, and not only for the crowd and the judges, but for themselves to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a few good battles out there, and it was so satisfying to see them finally land their tricks.
Yeah.
We all know the feeling of that.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know, the beauty of snowboarding is like when it's purely coming from you, and I think that some people can do this in this setting, and it's incredible and very, very admirable, and then other people can do it when they have everything lined up themselves. Yeah.
And what we might see is, like, in this setting, there's all these people pushing you to ride at your best. You might try a trick you've never done, but then you could take that trick into the streets and then film that the next year, which is cool. Like, oh, maybe I haven't gone backtail through the kink, but I've done it now at the contest, and now I can take that to the streets. So
Yeah, and I think that's exactly like another thing that Jess and Ben kind of wanted out of this contest. Like, we have some younger riders here who've never filmed street video parts, but they'll have the confidence going into next winter being like, well, I hit a down flat down with stairs and I did this trick, so now I can go to this city, choose a spot, and film that trick, which is really exciting.
I think that's really cool, and I think it's just like such a new generation of, you know, fresh air coming into the snowboarding world, where there's no barriers, there's no, oh, I'm not blah blah blah. It's all like, yes, I can do this, and they proudly own that, and it's like, it's so confident and so cool seeing these young girls ride with not even a question in their mind of being like, I'm capable. They know they're capable, and that's like beautiful.
It is a different world, and I think you're exactly right. There's no longer any question in their minds of like, do I belong here? Do I deserve to be here? It's just like, I'm here, and I got these tricks, and I'm doing them, and they're good.
And they're so good. It's
So good.
inspiring. Their mentality is so inspiring. Their skill level is so inspiring. It's like beautiful to see all these young rippers come up and like just like destroy this setup.
yeah, there
It's
was
incredible.
8 teenagers competing today. Teenagers, under 20 years old, ripping today.
Riders
we had a
that
13-year-old.
are going back to high school after this, maybe with a big check.
Incredible.
What are you gonna do with that much money when you're that young? Hopefully save it.
That sounds way too responsible.
Yeah, buy a van like Iris and live in it and film video parts.
Yes, we like that. Oh my God, the quarter pipe session is going off. I've seen a couple of hand plants, seen a couple of girls hit the rail on the way down too. I wonder if that's being counted in.
We're still waiting on seeing.
Still ripping.
Mila Stalker.
Been on one the whole day, hey?
Yeah, showing
Absolutely.
no sign of slowing down and ripping all through qualifiers, all through finals. They're doing sled laps.
Wow.
Double sled, that looks fun.
That looks really fun.
A sled is a snowmobile, for those who don't know. They aren't sledding on toy sleds. That is a big snowmobile and kind of an intro for some people to snowmobiles to get in the backcountry.
Yeah,
maybe.
and thank you to Weller Recreation in Heber, Utah for providing these snowmobiles that are giving these riders quick rides up.
Heber, Utah, more like Sheber, Utah today. All the ladies have been ripping.
Oh yeah. Kenny coming up on the quarter pipe with a little stall. Session is going down.
Okay, and so they're still hitting the rails. They don't have to, it's a quarter pipe session, but they want to.
Can't get enough. I would love to see some hand plants. I'd like to see a front invert, and everyone's been hoping for some sort of flip. Wow, that was sick.
Wow. I got to shout out Egan for her front invert yesterday on top of the coping.
That was one of the highlights of the day, I thought. One of my favorite
photo
moments.
of the day.
Yeah.
I'm almost, certain of that.
Rocking the
And
skull
Taylor
cans.
Elliott with the Andrak. That's becoming kind of an annual tradition here at the Uninvited Invitational. We're going to need to see that every year from Taylor.
Yes.
Beautiful moment.
That will definitely cheer you up.
First try, too.
Yeah.
Isn't she amazing, hey?
Yeah. One of my favorites.
What do you think was playing in Egan's headphones when she did that front invert yesterday?
Some crazy K-pop. I think there's some crazy K-pop going on. Yeah. She's got the party songs in there, for sure.
So we can see the crowd building up for the award ceremony later. I think we're going to have some tears for that as well.
Of course. People have been crying all day today. It's been beautiful.
In a good way.
In a good way, I hope.
I've been feeling emotional about what I've been seeing.
There, are you going to get in on that quarter pipe session?
I want to.
Do a little McTwist?
If only.
I saw Dara ripping McTwist in the mini pipe the other day.
Oh, yeah. You saw D-Unit? D-Unit in the mini pipe.
D-Unit. I love it.
Not to be confused with B-Unit, a.k.a. Bree Delphs, coming from Australia.
Yeah, I've been working on my McTwist. There's been a specific request for a crippler on this wall ride. Not going to be me today, wish it could be, but someone should really get upside down out there.
Yeah, who's our crippler girl? I think Naima got those, but she's been partying today.
Oh, wow.
She's dancing in the crowd. I don't know if she's strapping in again, but who else is our crippler girls?
I was thinking Katie Kennedy was going to bless us with a crippler.
Yeah.
I don't see her out there. She might be.
Katie's been in the cheer squad. Yeah.
Cheer squad is an important role.
So we're going to have the Bald Face Stoke Award, and that is going to be for whoever brought the most stoke for the contest. So that's going to be really fun. Not trick-based, just vibe.
Yep.
You bring a good vibe, so you get
Bring a vibe.
and that's going to be a free trip up to Bald Face.
Wow.
Dream trip.
Incredible. I think Hundi is a good candidate for that, my fellow
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Hundi's been really, really sick in the crowd. She gapped to the flat of the down, flat down on purpose. Really sickly. That's bringing the old school back.
Yeah.
Hundi always has good energy.
Really good energy.
Favorite personality.
Living it up.
Hey,
in the
speaking
crowd
of
right
energy,
now.
shout out to Rockstar.
Shout out to Rockstar. Cheers, guys.
But for the Bald Face Stoke Award, there's not going to be a physical award, which I don't think is needed because you get to go in a helicopter and ride powder.
Wow,
I'd take a helicopter ride. I don't need a physical award.
Yeah.
Put me in the chopper.
Put me in the chopper.
Put me.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, Livia.
Get the bird in the air.
On the quarter pipe session.
Livia, shout outs the backtail same way. That was one of the battles. And then we saw the make, which is just so awesome.
So sick. And her beautiful Switz 50 on the kink rail first try. Incredible. Livia is one of those really stylish riders, really aware of her body and her pop, and she just looks right on a snowboard.
Absolutely. Good in the air, too.
Very good. Yeah, she's amazing. And we got Madison, another one who's been on one today, landing almost every single trick.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
You're right.
Madison's been
so
like
consistent,
very consistent
so solid.
all day.
Yeah.
And we were mentioning how Madison got 4th in the natural selection tour this year, going from backcountry back to the streets.
True ATV.
Oh yeah, she's always been that. Wow.
Oh, sick frontside air.
Beautiful.
That's Sunny Alba.
Sunny, I'm going to call that one an indie, even though it's a frontside air. I hope Todd Richards is listening, and I'm going to say indie. There's Debbie. Debbie can't be stopped.
Probably with a smile on her face. A little bit of a whiplash there maybe, but...
The smile will be back.
The smile will be back. I've seen it all day. It's going nowhere.
Oh, nice nose press.
A nose press on the down.
When you can see the press from the drone, you know it's good.
That's true. Filming it pressed from above that's crazy. You gotta be in there.
Google Earth view.
That'd be sick. Did anyone ever make it to Google Earth, like doing a trick on a spot that we know of?
We can only hope.
Not that we know of. That could be you. You should be the first.
I've seen lips built though in Google Earth.
That's incredible.
For those who don't know, a lot of street riders look for spots on Google Earth before they go find them in the streets.
Yes, and not do we're not satisfied with that. But we also play games on Google Earth. Where are you in the world? We're ridiculous. Like it's not enough that we're searching for spots for several hours a day on Google Earth, but we also play games.
But we don't have to search for spots when Ben Bullock builds them for us.
That is very true.
Like this
What
setup.
a treat.
Yes.
Ben Bullock building the spots.
Big shout out to Ben.
No, Ben's been with Jess and her initiatives for a long time. He's built a lot of things for Jess and for the Uninvited. Thank you, Ben.
Yes. Incredible.
Become well known in the snowboard industry for his pristine building.
Absolutely. Switch to switch for Kennedy. Ben hasn't been able to leave this parking lot because he's been building so much. That's why he made the washboard wall ride. He's been going up at night and washing his clothes.
Yeah, Ben's actually moved into the Woodward parking lot. The dedication that he has is unmatched.
Unmatched.
He lives here now.
That is so funny. Someone was talking
And a shout out
about
to Woodward Park City as well, because Ben couldn't do it without them.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I think it was Naima that was talking about, she was working on like a frontside invert on the wall, and she was saying something about, is it butterflies? They can't see zebra. She was like, I couldn't do the trick because it's zebra. Like I'm blinded. Like there's like some animal that doesn't, probably butterflies that doesn't land on zebra because they can't see
They
it.
can't see the stripes?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the judges aren't like that because Gwenny was wearing the zebra fit today, and I hope they saw her tricks because they were really good.
That is true. Oh,
Olivia.
Olivia with a beautiful, beautiful backside hand plant.
What is that, an indirect? There's so many silly names that I don't know.
I'd call that an indirect.
Okay.
We could consult Pat Bridges though.
Is that a last name or just a made up word?
I have no idea, Spencer.
Okay. You know, there should be an award for spelling indirect. First one to spell that correctly gets an award. You get to actually try one. That's the prize.
And who tries first? The Russians or the Japanese or the Europeans? Who gets first try on the spelling?
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to spell check it, but that's a good point. We do have riders from all around the world. How do you say hand plant in Icelandic? What do you?
Handstala.
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 That's fun. I like that.
Although we take a lot of the English words from snowboarding and use it in snowboarding because it's a little bit cooler.
Okay.
Yeah. But in Finland, though, the Finnish people, they always make up words for every trick.
Really?
Yeah, even every snowboarder. They would say Tara.
I like
Dara, they would say.
Our Finnish friend Henna told me once that Dara means hangover in Finnish.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's a nice translation.
That is perfect. Yeah, but the Finnish, they have a new name for every pro in snowboarding in a Finnish accent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we hear yours?
Ilvuri.
Ilvuri.
Yeah. Ilvuri. It's always something.
There we go. Stalin on the top, kind of waiting up there. That's Emma. I hope she waits for me in the parking lot. That is my ride down.
Yeah, Emma. Oh, there we got Kelsey and Chris.
Kelsey and Chris, fellow announcers, announcing to the big crowd today.
Oh, yeah. They've been good up there.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
What do we got on the screen? Some highlights from the quarter pipe today.
Oh, there we go.
There's Sunny Alba.
Yeah, awesome. Indy.
Familiar with the half pipes.
And a front rock, front blunt. Jill Perkins throwing out a front invert mid-run. With a smile on the face.
Smile on her face.
Probably after a big gap rail, just throwing it out there.
That was shortly after she sprayed the judges.
One of my favorite moves from today.
Oh, and
I like that.
With the disaster.
I like that a lot.
Another frontside.
Indy.
I really like Kennedy was really smooth on the wall ride feature today. Kind of looked like a surfy vibe.
Yeah, and one more thing to this session is that the snow is really slow right now. So everyone is hacking for speed to get their ass on top of this thing, and I think they're doing a great job.
Okay, that's some rider intel. We didn't know that.
Snow is slow.
And you know what? We wouldn't have known that because they're not really showing. They're looking good out there.
Yeah, the snow's been baking in the sun, and it's just what happens in springtime.
Yeah.
So you have to be centered with your weight and good wax on your board to get to the top of that thing.
Awesome. I think we have one or 2 minutes left on the wall ride here while the judges deliberate what the awards are going to be. But that is good to know. I was curious about conditions. We can't see that from the booth, how the course is doing and how it's affecting the riders throughout the day. It seemed like speed was getting slower for the gaps, making it a little tougher as the riders go on. It gets a little bumpier. Is it a little tougher when it's towards the end of the day to do some of those tricks?
For sure, your edges get dug down into the slush or the heavy snow, and it drags both your base and your edges down into the snow. So when you're trying to keep your momentum going, but it's slowing you down at the same time, it definitely affects you and the trick that you want to do. So,
all right, we're coming up to the awards, but before we get there, let's see some highlights from today.
Yes.
A lot of crazy stuff went down.
Jazz with a switch front board. A front blunt 270 from Veda.
Yeah, that was awesome. And another.
A switch slip 270.
Switch slip 270.
Front board on the clack. Front board pretzel.
Wow,
front board
that
pretzel
was
from the clack. That's what you call it. We were unsure what to call it. That transfer was so awesome.
Oh, do a little wheelie.
Hey, that's all day. Being a stalker. There's just so much.
Front flip to switch.
So much awesome riding that went down today.
Oh, huge gap.
Yeah.
Mila.
Yeah, Mila with that one. So sick to see. And for the people watching back home that aren't up here, some of these moves are so hard to do with the conditions as well. There's so many riders on course taking different lines to things. It's hard to find your exact line, and they're just pushing through, making it happen.
Debbie. Board slide.
This was awesome.
We got
that landing.
With
just
the front blunt
love
too.
that.
But we saw 450 as well.
We did. That was incredible.
Incredible right towards the end.
Going so big.
Yep. Yeah, Veda got a couple of good ones.
This transfer is
I love to
incredible.
fakie from Debbie on that one.
That transfer is really hard because that snow pad and the rail are in the same same height, so it's really hard to lock that first rail that she's transferring from. So that's the 4 out of the front one.
Yes, with the
and they're playing for the crowd and a big smile on their face. This is beautiful.
We're gonna cut, I think, in a little bit, and then we're gonna come back and hopefully see some of the awards that are happening.
Hilva, thank you so much for coming and chatting with us. We love you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes,
love you guys
super
too.
fun. We'll see you out there dancing on the sidelines.
I'll be dancing. You'll find me. Thank you.
Why do you like making movies?
Why do I like making snowboard movies? I like the goal-oriented. Like I have like a list of tricks on my phone, and it's just something to keep me motivated. You know, each year, keep knocking them off. So you just are waiting. And then when that moment arises, you really got to capitalize.
I'm ready, guys. Booyah!
My name is Maddie Montgomery, and I'm the Train Parks lead here at Woodward Park City. The Uninvited is special to me because it brings all the really good women riders together and creates a community for us. As the only woman on the Train Park crew, I try my best to keep all the dudes in line. Sometimes it can be hard, but I think I do a pretty good job at it. I like being a part of this event because it elevates women's snowboarding, and it feels really cool to be directly involved. The Uninvited Invitational is happening here at Woodward Park City this weekend. Pull up.
I got injured like super early last season, so I think going into this one, I think that's where I want to have like a healthy year, have fun, and enjoy it a lot more. Because yeah, that one just got cut a little too short. So I want to go back in on like full speed ahead. Surrounding myself with people who I love to work with, like my friends and filmers and people that I like love and appreciate, and just remaining driven with them like really helps. There's kind of nothing worse than getting thrown into a group of people that you don't know or, you know, you don't really like vibe with, because it kind of just creates this, well, for me at least, like in my mind, it puts a lot of pressure on me to like perform. I think doing it with my friends and people that I care about make that a lot easier. How do I keep getting up after dying?
It's a clip. Oh yeah, okay, we gotta go.
Like shit happens and you fall and you fall really bad sometimes where you don't get up, and then you fall and you say, I'm gonna come back to this, right? And it's really just like risk management and how knowing yourself and how much you can take and knowing when to walk away is like a huge thing. But there's sometimes like you're trying something and you can see the outcome of it. Like, you know, the feeling that it's going to give you once you do this, and having that almost makes it a lot easier to get back up after a nasty fall and like do it again. I want to get a sled, but I need to fill my cup up here in the streets first, which it is getting there, let me tell you. But that requires time. You know, I just want to round out my portfolio where I'm at now before I learn that side of snowboarding, before I get the sled, before I go do that, because I want to just master what I know and love so that I have the capacity to go like balls to the wall over there.
Hello, hello, hello. We got Jill Perkins in the booth. What's up, Jill?
How we doing? How is it in the booth down here? I was up there and
we're having so much fun, but it looks like you were having way more fun up there.
Oh, it was a blast. I mean, the camaraderie, the people, it was amazing. The energy, the crowd. Let's just talk about the crowd. I came down and I was like, holy cow,
the crowd looked insane.
It's what they deserve out there, you know?
Absolutely. And what I could see from here and not on camera is people cheering from the chairlift. That's awesome too.
Yeah, it was a good vibe out there. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I think we're going to go into the Baldface Stoke Award, talking about vibe. That's going to be the first award that they're going to announce. That award does not have a physical award, but you do win a trip to Baldface, so I think that's
an award.
That's a huge award.
You win money. What are you spending on? That's like a
dream trip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dream trip. You get to Baldface.
Okay, so we want to know a little bit about how it was up there, Jill, and we're going to watch some of your riding here.
Loved this.
Little off, really.
Oh,
but,
come on.
Jill, you're
Sick.
a bit of a perfectionist, and that's why you have the success you do, but you look good out there.
Thank you.
This is not a video part, but you filmed those. You actually got video part of the year from Torment this year.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was it. That came into a shock. That came as a shock to me, but happy to be there.
It came as a shock to no one else.
That was butter.
The slash was butter, I thought. Yep. See,
you know, bonus invert.
I missed the coping. I was just looking at the snow.
Yeah.
You know what I saw you do? Maybe my favorite thing was slash the announcers.
That was the best feeling thing I did all day. And it was so good.
I'm glad we're protected down here and we didn't get any of that heat, but thanks for joining us down here.
No worries. Vibes up there, incredible, absolutely electric. I mean, the girls up there were excited, nervous, but they pulled through. And the level of riding I saw was, I've never seen anything like it in person, back to back to back.
We are all so blown away, and just thank you, Jess Kimura, for making this happen.
Yes.
Changing snowboarding, like, it's just getting better and better every year.
So one thing that we see on the screens here is amazing riding, but you're up there doing it. How is riding the course? Is it pretty difficult? A lot of people dropping in at once. How's the speed? Stuff like that we don't get to see down here.
You know, I think it's a personal thing. I was struggling with some speed. Other people were flying. I think nerves and pressure get to a lot of people. I mean, but Ben and team did so well with the course. I mean, the takeoffs were great. The landing was great. The rails were epic. Everything slid great. It just really curated a zone for people to chuck their stuff and do what they came here to do, and that's win money.
That's awesome. And just elevate riding and maybe be on a platform for people to have seen your snowboarding if they haven't before.
Yeah, I think I say win money, and that was just kind of a, we're talking about awards.
There's a lot of money on the line.
$60,000 on the line, you know, you can't miss with that. But I think ultimately what this event creates is such a beautiful place for girls all over the world. We have a Moscow local, we have people from Germany, Switzerland, Spain. Like, it's so cool. And these are all people, you know, with the internet these days, you know all these people online, and to be able to ride with them and share connections and feelings and like style with them, it's beautiful.
It's creating opportunity, and it's creating relationships, and it's creating a future for some of these riders. Some of these riders are going to go on to film video parts that will maybe win video part of the year one day, and
a lot
here.
of riders on their list said Jill Perkins was their favorite rider, so to be able to ride with you is awesome.
Really special.
Yeah.
That is special. Thanks all. Thank you all. Yeah.
Yeah, and a bit nerve-wracking, I'm sure too. I'm a big fan of yours, and I'm even nervous sitting here. So.
Thank you, Spencer. If you checked that list, you saw you were on my list as well.
That's awesome.
Can confirm. I saw the list.
Thank you. Thank you.
All around.
Come on.
Everybody. It's all about having fun and stoke. And so we are going to have the Baldface Stoke Award coming up. Anyone on your radar for being most stoked, just bringing the energy?
Oh, man. There was a moment up there where Bella actually was just screaming.
Oh, my girl B-Unit.
B-Unit was up there. I hope Bella's okay. I saw her take a nasty tumble, but her stoke up there was firing up the crowd. And also Devi. But you know what? Devi killed it. Devi was a standout in my eyes. I mean, I will say it's hard to see what's going on up there as you're dropping in and getting up there. But
from our view, I would agree. Devi, standout.
Cool.
Yeah, and always throwing the hands up.
Yeah,
like,
just
what's up?
So stoked.
Stoked, prime example. I'm taking the sled up with Devi, and Devi's like, I never saw myself here. I never saw myself having the opportunity to take sled laps at an event that means so much to me and the community and snowboarding in general. And like to have Devi, to be riding up next to Devi, I felt I could have cried. I mean, it was, especially watching her shred, I'm just like, dude, this is what we need. Like, this is what snowboarding needs.
You're the third person here today who said, I could have cried.
Yeah.
We're changing lives here today.
Everyone's crying.
It's emotional, good emotions. Everyone's happy.
Yeah, it's all positive. Everything's positive up there, yeah.
Okay, well, stoked to see. I hope that B-Unit is okay as well. Also an engineering some stoke, you could say.
Absolutely. Is she an engineer?
Studying to be an engineer.
That's our goat. Get women in there. We need more women in the field. You know what I mean?
So, yeah. So, Jill, I want to know how your season was. We went on a trip together. It was super fun. From the highlights that we saw, you suffered an injury last year. How's this year going?
This year has been, it's been a slower pace. It's been awesome. It's been super enjoyable. It's surrounded by people whom I love and I work comfortably with, and to me that's something that's really important. I think you got to take every year on the chin, and it is what it is, and as long as you put yourself out there and you have fun and you try hard, it really comes down to the memories made, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's down to the memories made.
It comes down to the memories
made. You got a 2-year project, right? So you got another year of filming before we see all the footage?
Yes, correct.
But I've seen some of the footage because I was there. And you were your own worst critic, and there's some really sick stuff. So I can't wait for other people to see as well.
Thank you, Spencer. That means a lot. And yeah, 2-year project coming out. Videograss, shout out Justin Meyer, Colt Morgan, everybody involved. Like,
you're telling me we have to wait a whole other year?
Yeah, you do. You do. You're gonna have to.
That's gonna be tough.
You know what?
For me.
No one's even
It's
gonna
be
know.
hard for me.
You're gonna be okay.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
I like building the anticipation.
Yeah.
It was just like up there today when you didn't see someone claim. Like Lex was claiming some, and then you didn't see a claim. You're like, what's going on? And then the next run claim after they did it better makes it even better.
Right. A little anticipation and patience is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And claiming. That's a Scotty James.
Claiming's
Scotty
a really
James
good thing.
also loves the claim.
Hey, the claim is for the crowd, for the judges, for the people. That's what we're here for.
I know.
Celebrate yourself. Celebrate the wins.
And like I said, they were loving it. That crowd, I mean, it was like a club up there.
Yeah.
And we love the club.
Love the club. So let's
Love in the
talk
club.
about all of the awards that are coming out. It's not just first place, second place. There are so many awesome awards. Let's go through them, because I forget.
Yeah, we got Best Trick, we got a Heart Award, we got Best Bail, One to Watch, Best Air Style Award, we have a Yeti Rookie, TNF Free Your Line, Most Creative
Nice.
Award, 2 Yeti Standouts, and the Bald Face Award. And then, of course, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth are all going home with the big money.
Big kahuna.
Big checks.
I mean, all the awards I just mentioned are going home with big money, but first, second, third, fourth, and fifth are really, really big money.
Can we talk about the price breakdown on the top? What do we got? We got top 5. We got number 1. We'll start at, actually, you know, we're going to keep it light. We're going to start at number 5. Number 5, we're coming in at 4K.
4K, USD.
$4,000. Number 4, we're going to up that to 6,000. Third, 8K. Second, 11K. And number 1 rider today is going home with $15,000 in their pocket.
$15,000.
US dollars.
USD.
I know the Canadian over here is loving that.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of money. And that person could be under 19 years old. There are some young rippers out there.
Absolutely. And what are they going to do with that money, you know?
Do they have a bank account?
What would you do with that money, Dara?
I'll tell you what I would do, Jill. I'd pay off some debts.
There we go. Don't get too old too quick. You're going to have debts.
Buy a drop-in ramp.
Yeah. You know what? Buy an e-winch. Let me tell you.
Invest your money wisely, young ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got out here? What else you guys been doing down here?
We've just been watching, and it's been a lot to take in.
What do you think about it, Spencer, as somebody that's been in snowboarding for so long? Like, what has been maybe your highlight of the day?
I think just, you know, I've been fortunate enough to hang out with Jess and see everything that she's been building, but to see it in person, last year was my first time being here in person, and then this year watching it on this screen. I didn't know all the riders coming into this, so to be able to see their riding, and it's amazing, and be able to know that their career is going to blossom, that's like the best thing ever.
Totally. Well, we're happy to have you here, and it means a lot to snowboarding, women's snowboarding. Like, to have somebody like you in here is really awesome, and you getting excited is really cool.
Yeah, and so just today is the finals, but tomorrow we have community day, and that means that everyone gets to rip together.
The course is open. Everyone can have the opportunity to ride this beautiful course designed and built by Ben B and Woodward Park City.
Yeah, and the Woodward staff working so hard. I mean, they put blood, sweat, and tears. I'm sure you guys have said that, but into this project, into this event, and you see them now, like, it's a non-stop job, you know?
Awesome. Well, I think they're just getting these award ceremonies, so thank you so much for stopping by. You probably want to get up there and get in on the action, but thank you for spending time with us in the booth.
They need you up there, Jill. They need your energy.
Thanks for having me, all. It was
so
a
nice
pleasure
to have you.
sit next to you for 15 minutes.
That was fun.
All right, Jill.
Treat.
We'll see you in a bit.
Thanks.
And when we come back, we will be watching the awards.
surrounding myself with people who I love and appreciate and just remaining driven with them, like, really help. It's really beautiful and it's exciting and it just gets me very fired up. I guess for me, it gets me really excited to like go out and like do something different, so then I have the capacity to go like fall to the wall over there. It helps fuel the future.
Rockstar energy.
My name is Ella Sorensen, and I am 20 years old, and I am from Alexandria, Minnesota. I am a line cook at Woodward Park City, and I've worked here for 2 seasons. I love riding at Woodward Park City. It doesn't matter if I show up here alone because I always have friends here. It doesn't matter what kind of day it is because it's always fun. It's hard to pick a favorite zone at Woodward Park City, but I ride a lot of mainline just because the jumps are awesome and the rails are really good too. It's awesome that Woodward is open both in the mornings and the evenings because I'm able to get a session in before work, before school, after school, and it's always awesome. Getting invited to the Uninvited is huge because I get to ride with all my favorite snowboarders. The Uninvited has an insane sense of community. I've never been to a competition where I'm just so happy to be there, and it's like my little girl dream. I always get super excited about what the course is going to look like, and I know this year it's going to be really good. Super stoked for this event. Come join us here at Woodward Park City the 10th through the 13th.
Everyone is stoked to be here for the Uninvited Invitational.
Hello, hello, hello.
We are back. The moment is here. We're about to find out who's taking home the money, the big money.
Big bucks and the big checks.
We're getting into the awards ceremony. We made it.
It's been a lot. It has been a lot, and I'm excited to see how this is going to play out.
How do you feel right now, Spencer? This has been crazy.
I didn't even hike. I didn't even get a sled lap. I'm exhausted just from watching all these tricks.
I am emotionally exhausted in the best way. I am overwhelmed. I am in disbelief. I can't believe I'm in disbelief.
That's right, D
That's
unit.
it. That's what disbelief means. It means I can't believe.
It means D for D unit. Okay, so we got an awesome podium here from Yeti, one of the sponsors. Shout out to all the sponsors that made this possible.
Okay, everybody.
All right, let's listen to Jess.
Thank you so much for coming to the 2025 Uninvited Invitational presented by North Face here at Woodward Park City. I want to thank our sponsors that made this happen. If it wasn't for them, we couldn't afford to do this. We can barely afford to anyways. Shout out to Yeti, Subaru, Rockstar Energy, The Platform, Capita, Union, Nidecker, Herschel, Skull Candy, Sunbum, Cole, Bonghole, Fat Tire, and Baldface Lodge. Give it up. I think it's one thing to support this event and write the check right after you see it, but all those people that once you get into budget season and they're still willing to write the check, it just means so much to me that they're willing to support the girls, so thank you so much. Okay, let me get my notes. All right, the first award is the Bald Face Stoke Award. This is going out to someone who really brought the stoke, and the prize is a free trip, well, every snowboarder's dream, a free trip to Baldface Lodge. Who is it again? I hope she's up here still. This one goes out, Bella Warren.
Ooh.
Get up on top of the podium for the photo.
Oh, Bella.
Oh, Bella, if you get a +1 with that trip, I'm available.
Bella, B unit, bringing the stoke all day, really engineering the stoke, studying to be an engineer, but already has got the stoke. So stoked to see her getting a free trip to Baldface. And we're going back to Jess for the rest of the awards.
All right, the next award is Best Slam. And we don't like to see anybody slam, but this one slammed really hard and deserves $1,500 for it. Jordan.
Java Jordan with the best slam.
You know, it's a love-hate with this award, but after a good slam, a little money helps. Eases the pain.
Really shows that you're out there giving it your all.
All right, our next award is called One to Watch. It's $1,500 as well. This is for someone that people are really gonna have to keep their eyes on. Mila Stalker.
I don't know how they chose this award. Everyone was one to watch out there.
For sure. For
But
sure.
Mila Stalker, definitely very deserving.
Riding all day, riding all of the features really well. From down under, Australia to on top of the podium.
If I can get all these winners to stick around, thank you, Mila. Then we can get a big group photo after with all your checks. Next award, Best Air, and there was only one person this could be. Katya Dutu.
There she comes, that's awesome. Katja from the Netherlands, grew up riding in indoor domes and now getting best air. No ceilings out here at Woodward.
First place, baby.
First place, best air.
That's awesome to see.
$1,500.
Thanks, Katya. Thanks so much for making the trip and pissing off your FIST Federation or whatever.
Yes, it's so awesome to see. Look at that crowd. Everyone's pumped up.
All right, next up, the Style Award, the Style Lord. Can only be, well, fuck, it could be any of the Japanese.
That's
But
true.
Today, it is Emma Crosby.
We knew it. That's Spencer's ride here. If you didn't know, if you're just tuning in with us, Emma Crosby gave Spencer a ride to Woodward Park City today. And now she's winning the Style Award, of course.
Amazing to see. I love watching Emma, and I'm glad they did too. Very well deserved from Emma Crosby.
And that's, you know, that's not a bad chunk of change for having good style. $1,500 USD, Emma Crosby.
And we're going to be seeing some of that style from her video part in this Solomon flick that will be coming out.
You sure are.
A rib or something the whole time, so thank you for keeping on going. All right, next award is the North Face Free Your Line Award. This is our creativity award for people who are thinking outside the box and picking their own line. It can only be Laura Rogowski.
Laura, awesome to see. Great award, best award, in my opinion, for the North Face.
You know, Laura's one of the most creative people I know. She's an artist.
You're right. You know, she's worked in park crew. She knows how to navigate the course, hitting things in a different way. It's really cool to see. And shout out to the North Face. Never stop exploring new lines out there in the park.
That's what I always say.
Of course.
Thanks, Laura.
Quick feat from Laura today, winning her that award.
This is the Heart Award, my favorite award, for someone who displayed a whole lot of heart. I hope she's here still. Emasita!
She had I believe she had a bit of an injury in qualifiers, but she came from Europe. I believe she won first place at the European Open, if I'm not mistaken.
Her teammate, Mila.
Teammate's gonna give her the award.
Definitely a lot of heart,
Hey,
Emasita.
Emma, we love you. We're so glad you came out. I can't wait to see what's next for you. I hope you can hear me.
That's awesome. You know, not even just in the finals, but in the qualifiers, getting the Heart Award.
Is our Yeti Rookie Award, and this one is for someone who, it's their first time at this contest. We had so many rookies here this year.
There was so many rookies. A lot of wild card submissions. A lot of people's first times to North America.
Hinano Sakamoto!
Hanano, 13 years old.
Came from Japan with her mom.
Look at that Stokes, so pumped. Oh, now I might be tearing up.
I might be starting to tear up. Imagine getting a big check like that from your hero when you're 13 years old. I don't know what that meant. I think Jess just said something in Japanese.
That is just too sick. That could be any award. One to keep an eye out on, one on the podium.
Best
so
trick.
amazing.
She could have won any of those.
Best trick. God, there were so many.
How
But
did they
today,
choose?
It's for switch 50 front, switch 50, switch 3 out on the wall right, Jalen Hudson!
Jalen, yeah, on that big flat bar, switch 50. So scary to lock that in.
Super
and then doing the
technical
360
trick.
out.
So well done.
Congrats to Jalen. You know, coming from the Midwest, riding rope toes, no stranger to rails.
Okay, like I said, we want to get all the check winners of the small cash awards, as we like to call them.
Small
which is
cash,
actually
$1,500
more than I
USD.
ever won in any rail contest my entire career. So this whole contest is kind of a fuck you to everyone that said the girls can't do it.
When Jess was coming up, there was no girls categories in contest, or there was, but the prize was a jacket.
All right. Oh shit.
When the men would win money.
This is dramatic. I like the wind.
And she wanted to change that.
I just got to tell the story again.
She did.
And she did,
When
in a big way.
I was coming up competing, I would always hope that there was 3 girls that entered because the podium was never full. And then it kind of looked like it would be like first and second, and it just didn't feel legit, and I was just hoping. I wasn't hoping we'd get prize money. That wasn't even in there. But it was, I hope that the podium can fill out so that the picture looks legit. And that's why I put everyone through what they do to make sure that we have this full fucking podium.
Jess with some passion.
Most passionate person I know.
If we made this even higher, we could have like 10 places, 15 places, so let's talk about it for next year. It can be like the milkshake challenge, but with Yeti coolers. Okay. Oh my God, I just don't want this to end. I love you all so much. I love the girls so much, and I just want to say, this was so hard for the judges. There's so many of you that could have been on the podium for any one of these awards, or for 5th to 1st place. And there's just so much talent out there. I want you to know, even if you didn't get anything, we saw you. You were invited here for a reason. I watched every single one of you. I read all of your shit. I pay attention. I picked you myself. So if you don't get on the podium today, I just want you to know that we still see you and something's going to happen.
Awesome.
That was beautiful.
All right, 5th place. Nice song, man. Solid. 5th place. I'm so glad that this year.
Yeah.
All right, so we're about to find out 5th place.
Very, very humbling. She would show up at this my small contest. Annika Morgan.
Annika.
Monica Morgan, 5th place.
Amazing, hitting all the features, big gaps, hitting the wall ride. Very
Home with
deserved.
$4,000. Having microphone technical difficulties, but
no difficulties for Anna Morgan.
Crowd
Monica Morgan on the
doesn't
course
care.
today.
All right, so that's 5th place, $4,000. Annika Morgan.
All right, the microphones are dying. I can't stall any longer. 4th place. Oh, hell yeah, Debbie Gupta!
Nice, Debbie.
Fourth place, Debbie. From Oregon.
Yeah, Debbie still smiling. Been smiling all day, ripping all day. 4th place. What does 4th place bring you, Dara?
So Debbie's going home with $6,000.
That's awesome.
$6,000.
Not only ripping all day today, but also in Fruit Fly video that came out this winter.
This is a big season for Debbie.
For sure.
Already put a video part out. Now going home with $6,000. You can hear the cheering from the crowd. People are so stoked. Crowd favorite.
Thank you, Magmo. Thank you to the girls loud. All right, this is 3rd place, but it's $8,000.
$8,000 for
$8,000.
3rd place.
About fucking time. Veda Allen!
Veda. Nice. Veda was ripping all day.
Veda, 19 years old from Tahoe. Now $8,000 richer.
That's amazing. Veda with some big tricks today. Gaps, really hitting everything.
Not even close to legal age to spend 10% of that at the bar in the US.
No.
Not even close.
Spend 10% at In-N-Out.
Yeah.
This mic is dead.
We hear you, Jess.
The suspense is killing us. Forget the mic. Tell us who got 2nd and 1st. We need to know.
As you can tell, I'm trying to heal my childhood trauma with this event by putting so many things in girls' hands and kind of ruining it. Sorry. All right.
We can't celebrate Jess enough today.
2nd place, $11,000.
2nd place.
And I don't know how many million yen that is. Hamari Takamari!
All right, Hamari, 2nd place, $11,000.
Amazing. Amari, maybe with one of my favorite tricks today, the board slide 270 through the kink, just perfect execution.
So steezy.
And the judges saw that as well. And I hope that she can check that on her flight back to Japan. That's a big check. You're not carrying that on.
No. All right, guys.
We could try. We're about to find out. First place. Holy smokes.
I think we know who it is.
I don't want it to end, but it's going to have to end because this mic battery is dying. This is not surprising, but also very exciting because it just goes to show what this event can do to elevate girls
Suspense
when
is killing me.
have a chance to do something and believe in themselves. You know it, David. Jess Perlmutter!
Jess Perlmutter, 15 years old, $15,000 USD.
At Jess Shreds, you do not forget this name.
Perlmutter, we talked about her last year. She came into the Uninvited Invitational 2024 from the wild card submission. We didn't know who she was. She showed up. She impressed the heck out of everyone, and she just won 2025 Uninvited Invitational. Jess Perlmutter, long career ahead
15
of
years
her.
old,
Holy crap.
$15,000.
Can you believe that? What?
It's $1,000 for every year she is old. And she is not going anywhere in snowboarding. We're going to be seeing a lot of Jess, and that's just too amazing. I don't know if Jess really ever fell today.
I don't know how many tricks Jess put down
More than
today.
15.
More than 15.
And
For
that's
sure.
just awesome to see. That podium is amazing. All of the other awards. This is just picture perfect.
That's it. Uninvited Invitational 2025. $60,000 prize purse has been awarded.
You know, you can hear the stoke from the crowd through our headphones, but we can hear the stoke from the crowd all the way from our booth. It's just exploding, and as it should be, that was awesome.
I can hear the stoke from Jess Camara and the pride in her voice as she hands out these awards. I'm so happy for her, happy for all the winners. This is the best thing that's happened to snowboarding ever. I could cry again.
So just to highlight, like, what an amazing event. Look at what this is, everything that this embodies. There's celebrating, there's tricks, there's happiness, there's money. I don't know what else you could ask for. This was just so good. Huge shout out to Jess and the Uninvited. This is just too good.
My life has changed. Their lives are changed.
And that's
Thank you
it.
so much for tuning in. This has been so much fun. I can't believe what we just watched. Spencer, what else?
I think that's it, D-Unit. I think we're signing off, and we're going to go celebrate with everyone that just won.
We have to go say congratulations to a lot of people. So thank you so much. See you next year.
Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Park City.